Today is the day students participate in the awakening ceremony to awaken their classes. All they need to do is place their hands on the awakening stone to unlock their true potential. The people before them had all awakened common support classes. A blonde guy with a cocky face named Fong Dung couldn't help but sneer, looking at them like they were all a bunch of losers. Watching for a while now, if only at least one person could awaken a support class, it wouldn't be this boring. As soon as Fong Dung finished speaking, the group of bootlickers around him chimed in. That's right. They aren't like our brother Fong, who just awakened a glorious main combat class. He's a great sword warrior, such a rare class. Those construction laborers have no right to compare. While Fong Dung was still basking in the praise, someone suddenly bumped hard into his shoulder. Before Fong Dung could even react, his flatterers jumped up like they'd been stepped on. Which clueless idiot dares to touch Brother Fong? Sorry, I'm in a hurry. The guy turned and said it simply, but his presence was so intimidating that the group of flatterers didn't dare say another word. As for Fong Dung, upon seeing who it was, he wore a wicked grin and muttered, "So it's him." His lackeys were curious, seeing how arrogant the guy looked just a moment ago. "What kind of young master is he?" Fong Dung replied with irritation. "The Lam family was wiped out mysteriously years ago. You know that brat named Lam Han is the bastard son left behind by the Lam family." "That's right. The young man Lam Han, whom Fong Dung called the bastard of the Lam family, is our protagonist." As he stepped in front of the awakening Steely, many in the crowd mocked him, with Fong Dung being the loudest. What a pity. One of the school's top 2 talents from back then, now completely ruined. "And he still dares to come here. Trash will always be trash. What's with all this daydreaming?" Lam Han smirked, not even bothering to listen to Fong Dung. In his eyes, the guy was just a weak chicken, just standing there crowing loudly. He thought awakening a rare class made him special. Well then, Lam Han would show him what real talent looked like. He reached out and touched the awakening steadily. Instantly, a blinding golden light erupted from it. A vision of a god seemed to appear in the sky. The light was so intense that those watching couldn't even keep their eyes open. Naturally, they had never seen such a bizarre phenomenon before. Fong Dung was no exception. He gritted his teeth, thinking, how could a loser like Lam Han trigger such a strange phenomenon? If the guy really rose to power, wouldn't the rare class he just awakened become a joke? Then the result appeared on the steely. Lam Han had awakened a hidden class, the Beast Tamer. Seeing this, some people in the crowd couldn't help but laugh mockingly. A hidden class, but it's a Beast Tamer. What a shame. With a display like that, only to become a Beast Tamer. Should we call him a genius or a total waste? Lam Han prepared to walk away from the steely, but as he turned, he met Fong Dung's infuriating smile. In front of everyone, he openly provoked him. Trash will always be trash. Do you really think you can make a comeback? You should know if the strength of the beasts you summon isn't enough, you're just a piece of junk. Fong Dung was extremely confident, because he knew that raising a strong beast required a massive amount of resources, while Lam Han was just a bastard child, from a destroyed family. So where would he get the money? Thinking of this, Fong Dung became even more aggressive. He spread his legs wide and then told Lam Han to crawl through them like a dog, promising he'd pay to buy him a mad dog to form a contract. Seeing him babbling on, Lam Han irritably picked his ear. When the tiger doesn't roar, people think it's a starving house cat. He originally didn't want to bother with him, but in this situation, not snapping back wouldn't fit Lam Han's sharp tongue. "Oh, look. Isn't this little brother Fong Dung the guy who has nothing but his class? No need to lend me money, because with you here, why would I need to buy any other mad dogs?" After understanding the insult, Fong Dung was furious, his hands clenching into fists. He gritted his teeth and lunged forward, wanting to take this chance to smash Lam Han's face in. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a beautiful woman charged in, and her high-heeled shoe kicked Fong Dung square in the head, forcing him to do a humiliating push-up in front of everyone. "Who the hell are you to talk back to my student, huh? Get lost before I peel your skin off." This beauty was Bok Bang, known for her arrogant demeanor and a temper that was not to be trifled with. The moment he saw her, Fong Dung turned pale and quickly fled with his lackeys. Even though Bok Bang was just a teacher, the Bok family was a force he couldn't afford to mess with. Although he still hated Lam Han's guts, Fongdung had to swallow his anger for now planning to deal with him another day. Once they left, Bok Bang turned to Lam Han. "Kid, you're not bad after all. Awakening a hidden class. Ms. Bok." "Please stop teasing me," Lam Han replied while scratching his head. Bok Bang's gaze instantly turned sharp, and without a word she grabbed him in a headlock. "This brat, how many times do I have to tell you? When we're outside of school, you have to call me sis. You dare to sneak over here. Why, to participate in the awakening ceremony. You've got guts." "Ouch, ouch, ouch." Lam Han felt like he was about to suffocate. "Hey, go easy, sis, gently, okay?" Upon hearing the words, sis, Bok Bang finally let go, looking satisfied. She generously pulled out a card and handed it to him. Being a Beastmaster is like falling into a bottomless pit, everyone knows that. So she gave him some starter cash to find a decent first beast. No matter what, you have to level up, your strength first, got it. Lam Han didn't stand on ceremony. He took the card with a wide, bright grin, but he immediately got another smack from her. "Thank you, sis, I'll definitely pay you back properly one day." "Don't get cocky, kid, or I'll crush that dog head of yours." After the awakening ceremony ended and he'd taken his beating from Bok Bang, Lam Han went home and locked the door. He finally let out a sigh of relief, then flashed a smug smile. Now it was time for Lam Han to play for real. The reason he was so confident back at the Awakening Square was because even before arriving there, Lam Han had already obtained a system, and now having finished the awakening ceremony, he could officially activate his God-tier Beastmaster system. That said, Lam Han was originally the young master of the Lam family, a top-tier clan in the city, but 3 years ago his family was wiped out during a monster wave. He was the only one left. Or more accurately, the original host Lam Han was the only one left, but shortly after, the poor kid died of a heart attack from pure grief. That was exactly when a Lam Han from another world accidentally transmigrated into this body. He also received a system that could only be activated after the awakening ceremony. For 3 long years he had been waiting for this day, and finally he could activate it, and legitimately embark on the path of the protagonist and get his buffs like everyone else. Currently his class is a rank 1 level 1 Beastmaster. His base stats are Strength 70, Agility 50, Spirit 110, Constitution 60. With no gear, he also has 3 skills: Beast Contract Level 1, Beast Space Level 1, and Beast Summoning Level 1. Just after activation, the system quickly issued his first quest, titled Desperate Times, Call for Desperate Measures. Fortune favors the bold. Specifically, Lam Han just needs to spend 10,000 Heavenly Dragon Coins to unlock a super buff mode that makes him taller, stronger, and tougher. Lam Han gripped the card Bok Bang had just given him. He gritted his teeth and said to the system, "I just got this little bit of money from my sister, and you're already salivating over it fine. Take it. Let's see what kind of game you're trying to play." Right after he coughed up the money, the space in front of Lam Han shifted. He felt like he had been cast into the middle of the universe. While Lam Han was still bewildered and didn't know where he was, the system congratulated him for completing the side quest. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and fortune favors the bold, thereby activating the cheat mode and unlocking a super rare beast. Suddenly, many cards appeared before Lam Han. The images on them were blurred, showing only silhouettes, but it was clear those silhouettes all belonged to girls. Lam Han was totally confused, but the system sent another notification. Host's current class is rank 1. You can unlock 1 beast. Do you wish to unlock? For every 10 levels per rank, you go up a tier. Every time Lam Han ranks up, he can only sign a contract with 1 beast. This meant if he chose wrong, it would directly impact his combat power. And the money Bok Bang gave him was all spent on this quest. He had no money left to buy other beasts, and since these cards were provided by the system, they couldn't be too bad. So Lam Han decided to take a gamble. When he touched the card in front of him, a blinding light erupted. It was here his first beast. The system sent congratulations, saying he had awakened one of the 10 great ancient calamities. The beast was named Heavenly Horned Ant. Lam Han froze, staring at the tiny creature perched on his index finger. "I spent 10,000 Heavenly Dragon Coins, and I just got an ant." Lam Han really didn't know how to react. He was about to ask if the system offered refunds, but it announced that The heavenly horned ant had signed a contract with him and was beginning to evolve into its second form. Damn it, is this forced sales? I didn't have time to sign a contract with an ant, Lam Han yelled, but the evolution process was already complete, and the heavenly horned ant had activated its battle stance. Lam Han was even more shocked because the tiny ant from before had now transformed into a beautiful platinum-haired girl. This was truly beyond his expectations. Who would have thought the system would offer this evolution trick? It looks like he's going to win tomorrow's trial exam for sure. The next morning at the practice field in the Haunted Mountains, the students had all gathered to begin their first level grinding session after awakening their classes. Bok Bang was supposed to be the team leader, but something came up, so she didn't join. Instead, the coach was Tao Sung, a very strict teacher. While Tao Sung was instructing the students, Lam Han was only paying attention to the beautiful ant resting on his shoulder. It's a good thing the beast could evolve, otherwise he wouldn't have dared to show up with just an ant today. Suddenly, someone nudged his shoulder. "Little lamb, have you found a beast to contract with yet? If not, why don't we team up? My battle class is Berserker, you know." The chubby guy was Long Thien Q, Lam Han's best friend. Before he could even reply, he heard Fong Dung's voice shouting over, full of arrogance. "Hey, if you haven't found one yet, let me help you catch a few backup beasts. Hey, Lam Han, you'd better start practicing your dog bark. If you haven't got any yet, let me help you catch some reserve beast taming pets, Lam Han. You really should practice barking like a dog." "So how exactly are you going to get me some beast taming pets, huh?" Lam Han asked, speechless. "What's with that look, you idiot? You're really obsessed with making me bark like a dog, aren't you?" Lam Han asked back. The result: Fong Dung was so caught up in his gloating that he fell right into the trap. Laughing, he replied, "The dog is scolding you, obviously." As soon as he said it, Fong Dung froze, realizing something felt very wrong. "Wait, damn it, you dare to mock me. Tired of living, are you?" He threw another punch, rushing forward. This time he seemed very confident, certain that Bok Bang wasn't there to protect Lam Han. Who would have guessed that his punch would be stopped dead in its tracks by the boy? Lam Han swept a haughty gaze over Fong Dung, then scoffed. "Is that really all you've got? Didn't you get any dog food to eat today?" Fong Dung was completely overpowered. He tried to pull his arm away but couldn't even budge. Sweat poured down his face. "This is absurd. Lam Han is just a beast tamer. And yet his strength far exceeds a warrior like me." Fong Dung guessed that Bok Bang must have given him some kind of treasure yesterday. Luckily, just then, Tao Sung spoke up, so he managed to escape for the moment. "Lam Han, it's your turn. What are you doing? Get into the teleportation portal to your training area immediately." Long Thien Q heard this and was worried, wanting to go in with Lam Han, but he refused, saying he could handle everything on his own. The teacher watched as Lam Han declined to go with his close friend. Seeing this, Fong Dung became even more smug because he had previously bribed Tao Sung to ensure that Lam Han wouldn't survive this training trial. Tao Sung didn't have any personal grudge against Lam Han. But because he liked Bok Bang and she was always glued to Lam Han's side, he grew jealous and teamed up with Fong Dung to get rid of him. The result was, immediately after stepping through the portal, Lam Han found himself in the habitat of the Gale Wolves, a silver rank training area meant for people from level 11 to 20. Anyone who had undergone their first job advancement was strictly forbidden from entering this area. Lam Han was incredibly surprised, silently wondering if Tao Sung had done this on purpose. But before he could even find the answer, several "ah-woo" howls echoed from behind. The Gale Wolves had appeared, and these wolves never hunted alone. Thus, Lam Han was surrounded by a pack of hungry wolves. If it were any other first-tier job class professional, they would have lost their life at this very moment. But as for taking Lam Han's life, that guy, Tao Sung, wasn't even qualified. He poked the ant on his shoulder a few times and called out, "Anat, wake up, we've got work to do." Right after her master's call, the Heaven Jut ant woke up and immediately shifted into combat form. This beauty ant, named Anat by Lam Han, had silver hair and beautiful amber eyes. She stood guard in front of Lam Han, facing a whole pack of Gale Wolves without a shred of fear. "Master, I am ready." As one of the 10 archaic calamities, the Heaven Jut ant is currently at level 10, with stats of 800 strength, 700 agility, and 600 spirit. Her constitution is 900, and she has 2 innate skills. Level 10 strengthening, which increases all base stats by 30%, and level 10 giant force, which increases strength stats by 50%. All right, let's see how formidable the 10 archaic calamities really are, Lam Han replied. Because of this situation, the system automatically triggered the first battle mission, eliminate 10 calamitous beasts. The reward for completing this mission is 100 beast taming points. As soon as she entered the fray, Anat showed her ferocity. She used nothing but her fists, and in the blink of an eye she took down the pack of hungry wolves. The total time to take the down 7 Gale wolves was less than 1 minute. Watching this, Lam Han couldn't help but applaud, as expected of one of the 10 great calamities. Right now, the Heaven Jut Ant is only at level 10. Once she grows, there's no telling how strong she will become. The experience points dropped from the Gale wolves instantly pushed Lam Han up to level 6. Although his combat strategy couldn't compare to Anhat's, he was already on par with typical combat job professionals. Master, the fighting is over. Anat reverted to the form of a harmless-looking ant. As one of the 10 great archaic calamities, few beasts of the same level could compare to her. But looking at this appearance, it's hard to associate her with the name Calamity Beast. Lam Han couldn't resist reaching out to pat her hair, but Anat grabbed his hand and placed it on her chest. Master, please rest assured. This sudden contact made Lam Han flustered, his face blushing red. He didn't realize that he and Anat were being watched by a group of unidentified men. They whispered to each other. Didn't Tao Sung say it was just a kid? Who is that girl then? No idea, but being able to take down all those Gale wolves with her bare hands proves her strength is nothing to scoff at. Furthermore, that figure, that face. She's a masterpiece among masterpieces. Boss, that girl is even prettier than Bok Bang. How about we, hey. This group couldn't help but start plotting. Tao Sung was truly wicked. Fearing that the Gale wolves wouldn't be enough to take Lam Han's life, he had arranged another group of assassins to wait. Now they were scheming to harm him. Having just seen Anat's clear prowess, the leader of this group decided that the 3 of them would join forces to launch a surprise attack, so she wouldn't be prepared, then use the opportunity to finish off Lam Han first. Who could have expected that? As soon as he said this and turned around, he would see Anat standing right there, with a face full of murderous intent. Behind her, she was holding an assassin by the throat, lifting him right off the ground, while the other one seemed to have been completely taken out. Do you want to go up against my master? Ai asked robotically, causing the gang leader to... Scared out of his wits, he realized that anyone who could quietly take down his 2 lackeys had to be at least level 20. There was no way he could win in a one-on-one fight. And so this guy took off running for his life. But escaping wasn't going to be that easy, since Lin Han had already ordered Ai to catch him. As the leader ran, he cursed under his breath. He wondered who on earth Lin Han was to have such a high-level bodyguard protecting him. While trying to avoid the threat chasing him from behind, he didn't even notice the claws waiting for him ahead. And just like that, he met his bitter end beneath those razor-sharp talons. Ai stopped. When Lin Han saw what was in front of them, he shouted for her to stop immediately. She then stood in front of him, appearing a bit cautious about the danger. That had just appeared because it was the Gale Wolf King, the leader of the Gale Wolf Pack from earlier. Level 22. Its power was nothing to mess with. Help me! A weak cry rang out from beneath the Wolf King's feet. It turned out the guy wasn't completely dead yet, but after he spoke, the Gale Wolf King stomped down with all its might. Only a sharp, pained ah could be heard, and then silence followed. It was clear that this time, that assassin was truly done for. The Wolf King bared its teeth and glared at Lin Han and Ai with pure hatred. The system quickly activated a new boss-level mission. Eliminate this Gale Wolf King. The reward was 200 beast-taming points, but Lin Han felt that a level 22 Wolf King wouldn't be easy to take down. He whispered to Ai that they should retreat first. Even though Ai didn't respond, it was clear she had no intention of leaving. In fact, a look of excitement appeared on her face, seeing that Lin Han gave up on the idea of retreating, because judging by her expression, she wouldn't stop until they had a fight. All right then, go ahead. Ai, take it down for me. As soon as he gave the order, Ai shot forward like an arrow. The Gale Wolf King opened its mouth and let out a roar that shook the earth. Lin Han felt like his eardrums were about to burst. Yet Ai showed no fear and kept charging forward. However, when she tried to use the same move she used on the pack, the Wolf King brutally retaliated, swatting Ai into the air. And without even waiting for her to land, the Gale Wolf King used its Gale Flash skill to dash straight up, following it up with its claws for another hit. Ai was slammed back to the ground. Her body, already much smaller than her opponent's, looked even more pitifully fragile now. The Gale Wolf King raised its sharp claws and lunged at Ai again. Its attacks rained down on her, leaving her no time to react. Although she was still trying to fight back, Lin Han could clearly see that his pet beast was at a disadvantage. As expected, the level gap between the two was just too big. In a direct head-on clash, Ai couldn't gain any advantage at all. The Wolf King grew fiercer by the second, while meanwhile, a few other Gale Wolves were trying to sneak up behind Lin Han. These guys really didn't know how to play fair. They were even lurking in the shadows. Fortunately, his own stats had been boosted, and he was now on par with a warrior. Lin Han bravely faced the wolf pups, and in the blink of an eye, he had already taken down 2 of them. Earlier, Ai had taken down 7. The mission to eliminate 10 fierce beasts was therefore nearing completion. Lin Han pressed his advantage, grabbing a Gale Wolf's snout with both hands and tearing it in 2. Just like that, his first battle mission was perfectly completed, earning him 100 beast taming points. After finishing the mission, Lin Han immediately ordered Ai to use Furious Attack. This was an active skill of the Heaven-Horned Ant, costing 100 beast taming points to awaken. It deals damage equal to 100% of her own power to the target with a 5-minute cooldown. Upon receiving her master's command, Ai immediately activated the skill. First, she flashed out of the Gale Wolf King's sight. The Wolf King, which had been dominating the fight, was now caught in this situation and couldn't hide its rage. It looked left and right, but couldn't find a trace of Ai. Right at that moment, she suddenly reappeared so fast that the opponent couldn't react in time, and then, when the Wolf King was in her sights, Ai unleashed 100% of her power, tearing its body apart and completing the boss-level mission. The Gale Wolf King was eliminated, bringing in 200 beast taming points and 1,500 experience points for Lin Han. He stared at the Wolf King's carcass lying right in front of him, unable to help but a level 22 Wolf King, and it was taken down by 1 hit from Ai. This is the true power of a fierce beast. It's a good thing she belongs to me. If she were an enemy, that would be a real problem. While Ai was still immersed in the excitement of victory, the system sent a new notification to Lin Han, saying that weapons had dropped from the Gale Wolves and the Gale Wolf King, which were now stored in his inventory. At this moment, the furious attack state had worn off. Ai immediately returned to her innocent self. "Master, I killed those dogs," she cheered joyfully and then dove into Lin Han's arms. Hey, calm down a little," Lin Han said, feeling her soft chest rubbing against him. It was truly embarrassing, but he didn't really want to push her away. However, right after that, it seemed like all of Ai's energy had been drained. She quickly became drowsy. "Master, I'm so tired, so sleepy." As soon as she finished complaining, she slumped to the ground and began to snore loudly. Lin Han laughed foolishly, then rubbed her head a few times. "You've worked hard, get some rest." Ai transformed back into her small ant form, and Lin Han placed her on his shoulder to let her rest. Afterward, after finishing the gear check, the fact that monsters can drop loot makes this system turn his life into an online game, just like his previous one. Lam Han also wants to see what this special weapon dropped by the Wolf King actually is. It's the Wolf-Tooth Fangs, a silver tier exclusive weapon dropped by the Gale Wolf King, requiring level 22 and granting a 50-point strength boost, plus 80 points in agility with a max durability of 80. The special effect of this weapon is triggering a short-term berserk state if the user is injured. All attributes increase by 50% the moment Lam Han saw it. His eyes lit up. His luck is truly heaven-defying. It didn't stop there. Regular Gale Wolves also dropped a weapon, an ice staff, a bronze tier item randomly dropped by minor mobs requiring level 10. Its effect is a 50-point magic boost with a max durability of 50. It also comes with a passive freezing effect, giving each attack a 30% chance to momentarily freeze the target. Even though it's not as good as the Wolf-Tooth Fang, selling it for cash should be decent. Lam Han is extremely satisfied, planning to let a gnat sleep. Once he gets enough rest and recovers his strength, they'll continue hunting. He just leveled up and looted items for money. Then he took the time to check his own level after finishing 2 consecutive quests. He has officially reached level 10. Now it's time to undergo the second promotion. Otherwise, he won't be able to level up any further. Lam Han smacked his lips. Wow, who knew taking down a Wolf King would skyrocket my XP to the max level? He originally planned to keep grinding monsters to get stronger and maybe earn some cash, but that's not necessary now. However, before heading out, Lam Han still needs to have a talk with the surviving assassins, to get clear answers about who's behind them. Senza things won't be too boring in the coming days. A few hours later, Tao Sung and the medical team were waiting by the portal gate. Estimating that the students participating in the trial were about to return, he ordered the team to be ready to screen and treat them. However, a sinister thought crossed Tao Sung's mind. Some people aren't lucky enough to hang on until they return, like Lam Han, for example. Tao Sung. Someone shouted his name loudly. He turned back, and it was Bok Bong with a face full of fury. Ms. Bok, why are you here? It's just picking up the students after their trial. Hand him over to me. All right, why do you have to be so aggressive? Seeing his crush, Tao Sung fawned over her, acting innocent as if he had nothing to do with Lam Han being sent to the wrong place. But Bok Bang wasn't going to let this go so easily. She cut straight to the point about Lam Han's trial. Don't you think you owe me an explanation? Ms. Bok, I know you and Lam Han have a good relationship, but we are teachers. We need to be fair. I can share some experience with you on this. Why don't you follow me somewhere? More private, so we can discuss this carefully, Tao Sung shamelessly replied. The result was that he crossed Bok Bang's line. She immediately drew her blade and held it to his neck. Then she mechanically repeated what she had just said to Tao Sung about Lam Han. I need an explanation. Tao Sung knew this woman had a short temper, and having already drawn her blade, she wouldn't hesitate to swing it, so he couldn't help but break into a cold sweat. He hurriedly waved his hands, but still tried to deny it. Ms. Bok, I don't really understand what you mean. Bok Bang let out a cold snort. Then she bluntly called him out. Lam Han is just a newly awakened beast-tamer, yet you dared to send him to the silver tier training zone. Even talking about protecting himself, he couldn't even find a temporary battle pet. Do you think the Lam family is gone and you can just bully him as you please? Tao Sung still waved his hands, then carefully pushed away the knife in Bok Bang's hand. Ms. Bok, you've misunderstood me. I have my reasons for doing that. Lam Han awakened as a beast tamer. If he doesn't go through a difficult trial, how can he level up quickly? Besides, I didn't tell him to go die. I already arranged for 3 teaching assistants to follow him and protect him in secret. This Tao Sung really lies without batting an eye. The 3 assassins he sent to take Lam Han's life have now turned into 3 teaching assistants who are there to protect him. Bok Bang put her blade away, but didn't forget to threaten him. If Lam Han doesn't return safe and sound, she will definitely settle the score with him properly. All right. Tao Sung smiled and scratched his neck, but deep down he thought differently. You only dare to act tough with me now. Once you see Lam Han's corpse, let's see how long you can keep acting cold and tough. This scumbag thought to himself, then imagined the image of Bok Bang submitting to him and couldn't help but let out a creepy, lecherous grin. Just then, someone announced that the students were returning. The first person to step out of the portal was Lan Lang Tuyet, the one who had just awakened the rare Storm Mage class, known as one of the 2 prodigies of the first high school. As soon as people saw this girl, a commotion broke out outside. Oh my God, it's Lan Lang Tuyet. As expected, she's the first one to finish the trial. Truly one of the first high's prodigies, the real deal. Compared to her, Lam Han really isn't worth mentioning. Following right behind Lan Lang Tuyet was Fong Dung. As soon as he stepped out, he started buttering her up. You really are the most outstanding student in the whole school, finishing even before me. Fong Dung paid no attention to Lan Lang Tuyet's darkened expression and kept shamelessly sticking to her, saying that both of them were the geniuses of the first high. We should definitely get closer in the future. He even tried to put his arm around her, but Lan Lang Tuyet completely ignored the guy who tries to associate with the successful. She dodged to the side, leaving Fong Dung to grab at thin air in humiliation. If it were the old Lam Han, I might have reconsidered. But you forget it, Lan Lang Tuyet said bluntly. Her words made Fong Dong absolutely furious. The third person to leave the portal was Long Tien Q. The chubby guy had barely stepped out before he anxiously asked everyone if his best bud had finished the trial yet. But he was met with a mocking smirk from Fong Dong. "I can't believe a fat guy like you didn't die in the trial. Talk about dumb luck. However, your good friend probably wasn't as lucky. Lam Han is definitely dead in the secret realm." Long Tien Q was furious even, wanting to throw hands with Fong Dong right then and there. But that guy had zero fear and kept taunting him to get under his skin, only shutting his mouth when he heard Tao Sung shout, "Everyone shut up, Long Tien Q, is Lam Han your father? Stop worrying about others and focus on improving your own strength." After that, he shoved him aside to avoid blocking other students from returning. Seeing Tao Sung take his side, Fong Dong grew even more smug while Long Tien Q, despite hearing those words, still held a strong belief that Lam Han would return. 1 hour later, more and more students were exiting the portal. The bunch of useless sycophantic minions following Fong Dong had returned, and as soon as they did, they crowded around to massage and flatter him. Meanwhile, Long Tien Q was getting increasingly anxious. Everyone else had already come back. Why hadn't Lam Han come out yet? He paced back and forth, worrying, while Fong Dong's minions heard this and burst into laughter, then cursed like ravens, saying, "Lam Han surely had perished in the secret realm." After all, a beastmaster at the early stage was very weak. Without a strong enough beast, they would definitely die under the claws of the wild beasts. However, just as they were saying this, a stone suddenly flew straight out of the portal, hitting the guy cursing Lam Han right in the head, then smashed hard into Fong Dong's head. Both of them yelped in pain, but Long Tien Q's eyes lit up because he realized the culprit behind that stone was none other than his best bud. "I got so caught up in playing I lost track of time. Since when did so many noisy dogs show up at school?" Lam Han stepped out of the portal leisurely, looking like he wasn't injured at all, let alone dead. Long Tien Q rushed over. Bok Bang also breathed a sigh of relief upon seeing Lam Han. She had actually been worried to death when she didn't see him earlier. Only now could she drop the weight off her heart. Of course, while some were happy, others felt uncomfortable seeing Lam Han return safely, typically Tao Sung. He remembered clearly that he had sent 3 people to deal with him, yet he still returned safe and sound. "Lam Han, count yourself lucky this time. But don't think I'll let you off easily," Tao Sung thought. And Fong Dong, of course, wasn't happy either. But instead of being covert like Tao Sung, he showed it openly. That was just his habit of being provocative. "Humph, a beastmaster without a pet, what can you even do? Probably hid in the bushes the whole time, didn't you?" Before Lam Han could speak, Long Tien Q couldn't hold it back and retorted, "Fong Dong, are you stupid? Do you really think everyone is like you, always getting protected? Whether I was protected or not, one try will tell. But Lam Han, you useless beastmaster, you hid in the Obsession Mountains for so long before coming out. That's true cowardice." Fong Dong continued to provoke him. Long Tien Q was trembling with rage. He wanted to rush over and fight the bastard to the death. But he was stopped by Lam Han. In front of everyone, he bluntly declared that with Fong Dong's ability, he wasn't even fit to carry his beast's shoes. Seeing Lam Han's confident smile, Fong Dong was enraged and declared a challenge. "Is that so? Then do you want to have a match to see who's better? If you win, I'll give you 100,000 heavenly dragon credits, but if you lose, you have to kneel down, Kotao, and call me Grandpa." Lam Han immediately agreed. A good opportunity to make money and teach Fong Dong a lesson. How could he refuse seizing this chance? He would definitely smash him into the dirt. Long Tien Q seemed worried and stopped him. "Lam Han, don't be hasty. The instructor's still here. Teacher Tao, this is a private matter between us. I hope you won't intervene," Lam Han said. Tao Sung, of course, didn't object, because in his heart he thought that even if they fought for real, Lam Han wouldn't be able to beat Fong Dong. Tao Sung even emphasized that a bet must be kept because honesty was the virtue the school valued most. In reality, he was just waiting for the scene where Lam Han would have to kneel and call Fong Dong Grandpa. Bok Bang stood to one side, seeing the look of confidence in Lam Han's eyes, and didn't stop him because she realized that look, along with that calculating aura, proved he had already secured the win. The bet had officially begun before everyone's eyes. It's just that Long Tianqiu was still uneasy, so he proposed, "Teacher Tao, even though I'm not part of this bet. I am Lam Han's best brother. Let me go with him for this match." He was only a level 2 wild warrior, while Fong Deng was a level 3 greatsword warrior, so he didn't care about him at all. But neither of them expected that a beastmaster like Lam Han had already reached the level to advance to the second advancement. When Fong Deng showed his level, the crowd was shocked. "Whoa, he's level 3 already, Brother Fong, you're so cool." As expected, the tiger class is rare, and his lackeys immediately started groveling to suck up to him. He was acting all high and mighty just for being level 3. If they knew Lin Han's true level, they'd probably pass out from shock. Long Tianqiao, on the other hand, looked a bit panicked. Since Feng Yang's class was rare and a full level higher than his, that was a pretty significant gap. After showing off, Feng Yang pointed right at Lin Han. Then he arrogantly announced, "Lin Han, you're up. This Long Tianqiao guy is only level 2. How could a loser like you ever beat him? I think you two should just kneel down and call me Grandpa right now to save yourselves the trouble." Long Tianqiao was furious, but Lin Han remained completely calm. "Hey, don't worry, fatty. His strength isn't even worth a second thought," he reassured his friend. Then, turning to Feng Yang with pure confidence, he replied, "Level 3. That's it. I could reset my level and start over, and I'd still be miles ahead of you." Lin Han then revealed his level. Since he hadn't undergone an advancement yet, he was still a level 10 beast tamer. As predicted, the moment he unleashed his power, the crowd was left with their jaws on the floor in shock. Feng Yang's face instantly went pale, and why wouldn't it? He'd always assumed beast tamers were losers. How could one possibly level up so fast? Even the school's top student, Lan Langshui, couldn't pull that off, which made him all the more convinced that Lin Han must have cheated. Just because you can't do something, you assume others can't either. "Do you even know what a hidden class is?" Lin Han retorted arrogantly. Their battle was over before it even began. "I mean, everyone knows the gap between level 3 and level 10. Lin Han said, not even bothering to look at his opponent as he turned to Teacher Cao Song. "Teacher Cao, I've already won. You remember you promised to witness this bet, right? Please help me keep an eye on Feng Yang so he doesn't try to cheat." Speaking of which, Lin Han remembered something else and added, "Oh right, I reached level 10 thanks to the help of those teaching assistants. They put in a lot of effort to protect me. Could you please pass on my gratitude and respect to them?" Hearing this, Cao Song's face turned ghostly pale. He didn't expect that Lin Han would know he had sent people to take care of him, yet he was still alive and well. Cao Song even began to worry, afraid that Lin Han had caught his henchman and planned to use that to blackmail him. But Cao Song had worked too hard to climb to this position. How could he let a little brat like Lin Han ruin it? So the scumbag came up with a vicious idea. He had to silence Lin Han for good today. At the same time, Lan Langshui had been watching Lin Han from the side. Although she didn't show it on her face, she was clearly shocked to see Lin Han reach level 10 in such a short time. It seemed the Academy's genius of the past had risen again, but Lan Langshui was also very competitive. Therefore, she was determined to surpass him sooner or later. Currently, her Storm Mage class was at level 5, which was already way ahead of the other students. "Big Sister Bing, aren't you supposed to be busy with important work? Why did you rush over here?" After everything settled, Lin Han walked toward Bai Bing. "Once the job is done, I come over. This is my duty after all." "How could I just ignore it?" Bai Bing replied. Long Tianqiao, standing by, was thrilled, patting Lin Han on the back while bragging to Bai Bing about what she had just witnessed. He told her that in just a few short hours, his best friend had reached level 10. If he just had a little more time, he would definitely be invincible in no time. Suddenly, the look on Bai Bing's face turned to one of panic, but of course it wasn't because of Lin Han's level. It was because Cao Song had suddenly launched a sneak attack from behind. The scumbag's murderous intent was clear as day. He wanted to eliminate Lin Han right in front of everyone. Bai Bing didn't have time to think. Facing Cao Song's powerful fist, she only had time to shove Lin Han and Long Tianqiao aside. After that, Bai Bing bravely used her own fists to block him. "Cao Song, what do you think you're doing? Attacking a student is a violation of Academy rules. Bai Bing, don't try to use Academy rules to suppress me right now." Cao Song's rage had completely clouded his judgment. He was determined to send Lin Han off today, even if his own crush stood in his way. At the end of the day, Bai Bing's strength couldn't match Cao Song's. She was knocked to the ground by the scumbag, but she refused to give up. She was still there. How could she let someone else bully Lin Han? On the sidelines, Long Tianqiao was cheering her on enthusiastically, but Lin Han had already realized that Bai Bing was no match for Cao Song. If this continued, she would be the one to get hurt. Sure enough, every one of Bai Bing's attacks was easily neutralized by Cao Song. In fact, her resistance only made his rage even more violent. Damn it, I didn't expect you to go this far to protect Lin Han. All my sincerity for you was just fed to the dogs. Cao Song cursed angrily, reaching out to grab Bai Bing's ankle and flipping her upside down. His wandering hands reached out trying to take advantage of his crush. But the bastard wouldn't get his way because in the most dangerous moment, Lin Han stepped in. Since Cao Song was focused on Bai Bing, he didn't notice Lin Han's kick coming until it was too late. By the time he realized it, his vision blurred. The kick from Lin Han had literally knocked his face crooked. Instinctively, Cao Song dropped Bai Bing. She stumbled and lost her balance, but fortunately, Lin Han caught her in time. "Sister Bang, are you okay?" he asked gently. Bak Bang let out a sigh of relief, saying she was fine, despite still being a bit shaken. Then Lam Han turned toward Tao Sung, who was sprawling on the ground, and mocked him. "Teacher Tao, how did that level 10 kick taste? You launched a surprise attack like that. If you don't have a reasonable explanation, I could definitely let you experience the power of a level 10 beast tamer again." Tao Sung was furious, pointing his finger at Lam Han's face and yelling, "Lam Han, don't think I don't know how you reached level 10. I sent 3 level 15 teaching assistants to tail you, and now not a single one has returned. You must have gone crazy and killed them to turn them into your own experience points." Tao Sung was clearly the one with malicious intent all along, yet now he had the nerve to shamelessly pin all the blame on Lam Han, claiming he was ruthless. He declared that Lam Han didn't deserve to be a student at this high school, and so he used the excuse of acting on behalf of heaven to try and deal with him right then and there. After speaking, Tao Sung stood up aggressively, but before he could make a move, a corpse fell down right in front of him. It was the leader who had been finished off by the Gale Wolf King. A flash of horror crossed Tao Sung's face. Then he smirked to himself, thinking, "Ahau is dead." Then the other two definitely couldn't have survived either. Perfect dead men tell no tales. Let's see how this brat can fight back today. Believing this, Tao Sung began to sternly accuse Lam Han. Lam Han remained calm, stating that he had seen someone die in the haunted mountains, and out of kindness, had brought the body out, unlike some people who sent their underlings to their deaths, and now had the nerve to shirk responsibility. As he said this, he stepped closer to the corpse. He knelt down and muttered, "Brother, you really are pitiful. You lost your life, and were even used by someone like a gun. If you've got a grudge, go find him in the middle of the night. Don't come looking for me." Even though Tao Sung was shameless, he was at least pricked by these words. Lam Han's comments made him feel guilty, and the guiltier a person is, the more rashly they act. So he clenched his fist and lunged forward, wanting to break all of the boy's limbs, to see if he'd still dare to keep spouting off at him. Bak Bang and Long Tianqiao saw this, and couldn't help but panic. They both sensed Tao Sung's killing intent, and worried that something terrible would happen to Lam Han. However, the target of the attack looked very chill, even continuing to provoke Tao Sung. Hey, are you so angry you've lost your mind because you're afraid I'll reveal your dirty secrets? That's right. Who would have thought a teacher would dare send someone to harm his own student? Lam Han said, easily dodging a punch from Tao Sung. Shut your mouth, I did this to avenge Ahau, the opponent yelled. But whether it was revenge or an attempt to silence a witness, he probably knew best in his heart. And Lam Han was well aware that Tao Sung right now, truly, wanted him dead. It was just that after reaching level 10, regardless of his strength or speed, they had both skyrocketed. Facing Tao Sung's attacks, Lam Han was still able to dodge calmly. The group of Fong Dungs, meanwhile, couldn't hide their own ambition on the sidelines, loudly cheering and encouraging Tao Sung to teach Lam Han a lesson. Because of this noise, his murderous aura surged even higher. On top of that, Tao Sung hadn't landed a single hit on Lam Han yet. That made him even angrier, leading to a flurry of punches. In reality, even with his increased striking speed, Tao Sung still hadn't landed a single blow. He started to wonder how a loser like Lam Han could continuously dodge his attacks. This was something that even someone with a level 20 combat profession would find hard to do. On the other side, although he hadn't been hit by Tao Sung yet, Lam Han knew that dragging this out wasn't a good idea. Tao Sung's strength was far greater than his. He was no match for him in a head-on confrontation, but Lam Han didn't intend to just compete, with him using simple hand-to-hand combat. Thinking of this, he took the ice staff he had just received from his inventory. Its level requirement was 10, which fit perfectly, and he now held the brand new weapon in his hand. Lam Han immediately launched a powerful attack, and just like that, while Tao Sung was in the middle of rushing forward, one of his legs was suddenly frozen. Taking advantage of the fact that he hadn't realized what was happening, Lam Han bolted forward. Then, he delivered an incredibly powerful kick, slamming the bastard's entire body into the cliff behind him. Fortunately, after leveling up, Lam Han's strength had increased significantly. Combined with the loot dropped by the smaller monsters, he was able to suppress Tao Sung. Otherwise, it would have been hard to find an opening in his defenses so quickly. Even though he had successfully landed a solid blow, Lam Han didn't intend to stop there, because Anat had rested enough. Besides, all things considered, his attribute points were still a bit lower than Tao Sung's, but if it were Anat, he would surely have no choice but to take the beating. Lam Han immediately ordered Anat to join the fray. By now, she had reached level 13, with all her stats hitting over 1,500 points. Plus, both of Anat's personal skills had leveled up to 2. Most importantly, she was absolutely furious that Tao Sung dared to hurt her master. Seeing Anat lunging toward him like a lightning bolt, Tao Sung grew incredibly tense. Because the distance between them was too short, he could only think of one desperate move. He tried to create a shield to block Anat's attack. When the two forces collided, a massive explosion erupted with a flash and sound so intense it left everyone nearby completely stunned. The outcome was obvious without even thinking. Tao Sung's shield wasn't sturdy enough to withstand Anat's formidable power. After all, she was one of the 10 great primordial beasts. Long Thien Q, seeing this, was beyond excited. He gave a thumbs up and shouted, "Little lamb, that's amazing. You were actually hiding a girl like that." Bok Bang also observed the situation intently. Although her face remained expressionless, she was constantly wondering who Anat really was. Meanwhile, the group of students supporting Tao Sung, led by Feng Deng, had a completely opposite reaction. They were confused, surprised, and even terrified. "The teacher was blown away. What just happened?" they muttered. At that moment, Anat suddenly raised her head. She let out a roar. Lam Han seemed to realize that she had entered a bloodthirsty state to the point of losing her sanity, so he ordered, "Anat, come back here immediately." Hearing the command from her master, Anat snapped out of it. Then she obediently returned to his side. This girl, having the identity of an ancient beast, was quite sensitive. Lam Han didn't know if he should reveal her too early. It was better to withdraw her power first. "Master," Anat listened and stopped. "Is Anat being a good girl? Just a moment ago, she was a terrifying, sharp-horned insect. But now, Anat had returned to her original form, a cute mochi-like creature constantly nuzzling affectionately into Lam Han's hand. "Good. But for now, you should turn back into an ant, okay?" Lam Han said softly. Anat agreed immediately and reverted to her tiny form. After being pummeled until his head was spinning, it took Tao Sung a long while to get back up. Trembling, he pointed his finger at Lam Han, accusing him of not only taking the life of his teaching assistant, but also conspiring with outsiders to attack him. He added, "A student with no morals like you must face strict punishment." Saying that, Tao Sung let out a roar, his power surging in an instant. But before Tao Sung could use that power to attack, Lam Han was interrupted by someone shouting, "Wait, after that." This person landed gracefully from above onto Tao Sung's left shoulder, forcing him to the ground. "Teacher Tao, the matter hasn't been investigated clearly yet. Don't be so quick to frame a student," the person said. After Tao Sung saw who had arrived, he was absolutely terrified, because the man suppressing him was the principal of this top-tier school, Tu Kong Than, a level 56 demon-slaying master. As soon as he saw the most powerful person in the school appear, Tao Sung loudly accused Lam Han, Principal Elk. It's this guy. He killed my teaching assistant to level up. I want him handled according to the law. He even tried to take my life. Someone like this must be severely punished. Tao Sung firmly insisted that the evidence was clear and demanded that Tu Kong Than give him a definite answer. But Lam Han wasn't about to sit there and accept a false accusation, so he spoke up immediately. Anyone can make up such slanderous stories. Do you really think I ran all this way just to clear my name? Tu Kong Than raised an eyebrow and told Lam Han to state his case. Lam Han nodded then, demanded the opposite. Check the cause of death for the assistant named Ahau. Tu Kong Than immediately followed his request. After that, he realized that the chest bones of Ahau were completely shattered, and more than half of his internal organs were severely damaged. Such a fatal wound was definitely caused by a large monster. However, even after hearing this, Tao Sung refused to accept it. Even if the fatal blow was caused by a monster, this matter is definitely related to Lam Han. Otherwise, how could he have brought the body back? That shameless bastard rudely pointed at Lam Han's face and criticized him. Hey Tao, you're pretty smooth at framing others, aren't you? It's a real waste that you aren't a chef. Lam Han laughed. I was just the one who brought the assistant's body back, yet you're insisting I'm the one who took his life. If you're so sure, and then why don't you also say that he was someone you sent to assassinate me, but because he was so incompetent, he got killed by a monster instead? Tao Sung was caught off guard, being exposed in front of the crowd, but of course he still denied it, vehemently saying he could never do something like that. At this moment, Bok Bang joined the argument in front of Tu Kong Than. She brought up the fact that Tao Sung had intentionally arranged for Lam Han to enter a leveling zone that was not suitable for his level. This was clearly a sign of framing a student. I've been wronged, Tao Sung shouted. Principal, I am an instructor. How could I frame a student? These people are clearly slandering me. Everything is just based on Lam Han's words. There is no evidence at all. Tu Kong Than, being a fair and impartial man, agreed with Tao Sung's point. After all, accusing an instructor is not a small matter. If Lam Han had no proof, then this would get very complicated. Hearing him say that, Tao Sung felt secretly relieved because that bastard thought that the other two assistants had also perished. With the people gone, who could possibly testify against him? Even if they were still alive, who would side with Lam Han to report him? However, Tao Sung didn't expect that the two remaining assistants were actually still alive. Lam Han was so confident because he already had living, breathing evidence in his hands, just waiting for this moment to bring them out. When the other two teaching assistants appeared, everyone present was stunned, especially when they saw the severed remains of the Gale Wolf King. As it turned out, these three had been secretly stalking the kid the whole time. We never expected to run into the Gale Wolf King. That teaching assistant Ahau was killed on the spot, so I had to step in and take the beast down myself. Lin Han recounted, speaking in vague, calculated terms. As for why Teacher Tao sent the three of them to stalk me in the shadows, well, these two can probably give us the answer. Saying that he kicked one of the two remaining guys in the butt. The two were so terrified they jumped out of their skins. Before Lin Han could even ask a second question, they both started wailing and shouting in unison. I'll talk. Teacher Tao ordered us to follow Lin Han and, whenever necessary, stage it, so he dies at the claws of a magical beast. It was all Teacher Tao's plan. Please just don't do this to us anymore. They simply couldn't take it anymore. There was no shortage of ants in the wilderness, and since ants are creatures that strictly follow a hierarchy, Lin Han happened to possess a Primordial era ant in his arsenal. That was how he had easily broken them during the trial. With both witness and material evidence in hand, Lin Han turned to Tao Sung and asked, Teacher Tao, do you have any explanation for me? Tao Sung was startled. He had never imagined in his wildest dreams that things would play out like this, and he could only curse those two teaching assistants under his breath. Useless idiots. Not only did you get caught easily, but you also spilled everything. Things had reached the point where Tao Sung wouldn't be able to talk his way out of this, even if he had 100 mouths. Feeling cornered, he stood up to make a run for it, but to everyone's surprise, he had barely taken a few steps before he was struck down by Si Kong Chung's technique right in front of the school's massive student body. The dean looked on coldly and condemned Tao Sung. As an instructor of this academy, you dared to plot against a student. You have seriously violated the academy's code of conduct. Prepare to face the punishment you deserve." With that matter settled, Bai Bing grabbed Lin Han's arm and told him to head home with her, but the two were blocked by Ling Lang Shui, who suddenly jumped out. "Lin Han, that Gale Wolf King." "Did you really finish it off yourself?" she asked intently. Before Lin Han could even reply, Ling Lang Shui stepped forward, closing the distance without a hint of hesitation, pressing him for details on how he killed the beast. Lin Han backed away a few steps, yelling, "Hey, classmate Ling, could you please keep a little distance?" Ling Lang Shui wasn't letting it go. She felt like something just didn't add up. Lin Han's class was different from other melee combat classes and leaned towards long-range attacks. Without teammates to draw fire, it was near impossible to face the Gale Wolf King head-on. As she spoke, Ling Lang Shui grabbed Lin Han's hand to examine it carefully. After a long moment of contemplation, she suddenly looked up, bringing her face incredibly close to his, and reached her conclusion. "The only explanation is that you've signed a contract with a powerful beast, haven't you?" Not stopping there, Ling Lang Shui suggested they engage in a simulated battle, because she wanted to experience his abilities firsthand, except Lin Han felt like this suggestion didn't make much sense, and he didn't expect that despite Ling Lang Shui's cold appearance, her personality was actually as curious as a child's. Just then, Bai Bing stepped in to save him. "Classmate Ling, I understand your desire to improve your strength, but right now the students need to reflect on the experience from this trial, instead of fighting each other for power here." Swatting Bai Bing's hand away from Lin Han's, Ling Lang Shui looked visibly annoyed, and even dared to talk back to Bai Bing. "I'm just curious about how a beast tamer fights. I hope you can understand, ma'am." Across from her, Bai Bing remained firm, insisting that Lin Han had just finished a battle and needed to rest, so she could not agree to the sparring request. Sensing the temperature rising and seeing the two women glaring at each other with such animosity, Lin Han had to quickly interject in their argument. "Ms. Bai, everyone is already exhausted after today's training. Why don't we just call it a day?" However, his words seemed to have zero value, because when both Ling Lang Shui and Bai Bing turned to glare at him, he immediately fell silent. Especially Bai Bing, her mood was quite sour. First it was Ai the mysterious girl, and now it was Ling Lang Shui. She didn't know since when the kid Lin Han, whom she had always cared for and protected, had become such a lady killer, and she understood even less why. She cared so much about these things. Not wanting to overstep, Bai Bing swallowed her frustration and huffed away first. Before leaving, she didn't forget to add, "If everything here is resolved, I'll head out now. You kids get home safely." With Bai Bing gone, Lin Han was left with Ling Lang Shui and a million questions, and the look on Ling's face suggested she was ready to swallow him whole if she didn't get an answer. "I'm so tired today. Let's find a chance to talk properly next time. Okay?" Lin Han tried to dodge the subject. "Fine. But remember your promise." Ling Lang Shui turned and walked away, clearly unhappy. Only then could Lin Han finally breathe a sigh of relief. He finally had time to wonder about Bai Bing's angry attitude from earlier. Of course, he didn't guess that she was jealous. After all, he hadn't even considered that possibility himself. He only assumed that because he had secretly participated in the trial and risked his life, Bai Bing reacted that way, so he didn't think too much of it. Regardless, there were still many things left to do. After taking care of that, Lam Han arrived at the Obsession Mountain trading post with 2 pieces of equipment in hand. If he could sell them, he wouldn't just be able to cover a bit of his living expenses. He might even be able to pay back the money he borrowed from Bak Bang. The person greeting Lam Han was the branch manager Dien Vien. Hearing that he had 2 items to sell, he personally came out to inspect the goods. Lam Han had no reason to refuse, so he immediately brought out the 2 pieces of equipment he had looted from the silver tier leveling area. Inside the mountain, Dien Vien was stunned for a moment. It wasn't until Lam Han called out to him that he snapped back to reality. "Manager Dien, is something wrong? My apologies." Dien Vien hurriedly shook his head, then asked, "May I ask if your name is Lam Han?" "That's right, Manager Dien. Do you know me?" Upon hearing this, Dien Vien laughed heartily. He then explained that he and old Lam Han's father, had been friends for over 10 years. Given their history, he could just call him Uncle Dien without standing on ceremony. Following that, Dien Vien patted his shoulder a few times, praising him. You're really something to think you've already dived into the silver tier leveling area of Obsession Mountain. At such a young age to have such strength, it seems the revival of the Lamb family isn't far off. Is that really true? Then I'll leave these 2 pieces of equipment to you, Uncle Dian. Lam Han tried to hide his cunning smile. He didn't expect to run into his father's friend here. He wondered if he could use this opportunity to squeeze out a better price. Little did he know the other guy was a seasoned merchant himself. Even though Dien Bien was truly a friend of Old Lam, seeing that Lam Han was young, he was also secretly planning to lowball him. Both were hoping for a good deal for themselves, and Dien Bien was the first to strike, offering 5 million Heavenly Dragon credits for the 2 items. As soon as he heard that, the smile on Lam Han's face vanished. He replied in a stern voice, "Uncle Dean, business is business. Even though you know my father, we still have to follow the rules. This equipment dropped from a Gale Wolf King. It should be at least 8 million. Dien Bien didn't give up, continuing to haggle, pushing the price to 5,500,000, while playing the "I was your father's best friend" card. Coincidentally, Lam Han also tried to cling to this flimsy relationship, only lowering the price slightly from his initial 8 million. "Kid, how about 6,666,000? That's a lucky number, right? Let's settle on this." Dien Bien kept nudging the price up, and this time Lam Han agreed, because this price was even higher than his original estimate. "Then it's a pleasure doing business with you." Dien Bien beamed and reached out to shake his hand, yet he couldn't help but feel like he'd just been trapped by this kid. The trading post was highly efficient. The money was transferred to his new bank account, and an employee brought Lam Han 2 cards. One was the card holding those 6+ million credits, and the other was a VIP bank card that allowed for an overdraft of up to 3 million Heavenly Dragon credits. "If you need to sell anything or have other needs later, just reach out to us." Dien Bien patted his shoulder again. "All right, thanks in advance, Uncle Dien." Lam Han held the money in his hands. That feeling of security and prosperity was truly comfortable. Since he was already there, he got the idea to check out some new magic scrolls. 10 minutes later, Lam Han left, feeling satisfied. Dien Bien watched his retreating figure, sighing as he thought that this kid had such great strength just after awakening. His future achievements would likely be immense. As a merchant, he certainly wouldn't want to miss the chance to work with such a precious gem. Lam Han returned home and saw a large vehicle parked in front of his place. He quickly recognized the man standing next to it. It was Butler Lu from the Bok family. The two hadn't seen each other for a long time, since the fall of the Lamb family. Today, Butler Lu came here in person. It must have been for something important. Butler Lu gestured to the vehicle and explained. It turned out that for Lam Han's sake, Bok Bong had personally led a group into a diamond-tier secret realm to capture a void beast. But because she took matters into her own hands, she was grounded by the family head and could only send Butler Lu to bring it to Lam Han. He was shocked. Lam Han never thought Bok Bang would dare to enter a diamond-tier realm, a place where even Academy Principal Tukong Than wouldn't dare to step in easily. It was truly for him that Bok Bang had put in so much effort. It didn't stop there. Butler Lu also wanted to relay a message from the head of the Bok family to Lam Han. The master said that the Bok family has treated you with the utmost kindness. Once you take this void, a beast, we will have nothing to do with each other anymore. When he said these words, Butler Lu's tone was extremely cold. Once again, he insisted that Lam Han should stop bothering their young lady. This attitude deeply hurt Lam Han, whose self-respect was through the roof. He let go of the hand he was resting, and on the side of the car slammed the Void Beast container down, and then turned to Butler Lu and replied, "Uncle Lu, no. Butler Lu, I appreciate your good intentions, but there was never really any connection between me and the Bok family to begin with. When the Lamb family faced difficulties in the past, I didn't rely on the Bok family, and that holds true now." After saying that, Lam Han turned and walked away. He told Butler Lu to take the Void Beast back and tell the head of the Bok family that whether it was help with beasts or any other kind of help from the Bok family, Lam Han did not need it. Watching his figure walk away without hesitation, Butler Lu couldn't help but let out a cold smile. He said, "Young Master Lam, you certainly have spirit, But things the Bok family doesn't want to give, no one can take. And things the Bok family decides to bestow, no one can refuse. Clearly, the old man wanted to force Lam Han to accept the Void Beast, thereby cutting off his relationship with Bok Bang. Seeing how stubborn the boy was, he began to use force. Thinking that if Lin Han wanted to refuse, he would need the strength to back up those words, the old man lunged from behind at a terrifying speed. But to his surprise, Lin Han didn't bother to dodge or even get into a defensive stance. Instead, he just half-turned his head and locked eyes with him, his gaze as sharp as a blade. What was even more surprising was that Butler Liu, a veteran warrior of the Bai family, was completely frozen by that look. Even though he didn't want to admit it, his body was visibly shaking. Butler Liu was deeply confused. Wasn't it said that Lin Han was just a useless beastmaster? Why was he so afraid of him right now? Old Liu felt bitter. He couldn't accept being suppressed by a mere brat. Just then, Lin Han tossed a bank card at him, saying that it contained the money Bai Bing had lent him, and he was returning it with interest. "Thanks Sister Bing for her kindness on my behalf, but I Lin Han won't owe anyone. Don't go trying to mess with me again. If there's a next time, don't blame me for not respecting." As the past ties between the Lin and Bai families. Lin Han's voice was cold as ice. After saying that, he turned and walked away decisively, leaving Butler Liu standing there stunned with the bank card in his hand. He seemed unable to believe what he had just heard and seen. Is this really the same Lin Han as before? A useless kid from a ruined family. How could he possibly have such an imposing aura? After a long, exhausting day, Lin Han finally made it home. He flopped onto his soft bed. Tough as he acted earlier, it would be a lie to say he wasn't bothered. Lin Han knew his situation better than anyone. The Bai family drawing a clear line in the sand wasn't necessarily wrong. But regarding Bai Bing, even though he had always tried to keep his distance to avoid bothering her, being pushed around like that today really made him feel genuinely unsettled inside. After thinking until his head hurt, Lin Han pushed the matter aside to get some sleep. After all, he had a class advancement mission to tackle tomorrow. After he fell into a deep sleep, Ai appeared in her tiny ant form, contentedly rubbing her head against Lin Han's cheek. Seeming unsatisfied, she transformed into her human form and hugged him tightly, comforting him. "Master, you've worked so hard." With a beauty by his side, Lin Han had a very good night's sleep. The next morning, the first thing he did upon waking was head to the advancement temple. On the way, Lin Han heard plenty of gossip directed at him. "Have you heard a first-year student just awakened as a super strong Beastmaster?" "Yeah, I heard. Beastmaster is clearly a useless class, but he not only reached level 10 quickly, he even beat Tao Chong. It really is strong enough to make your jaw drop. Do you think he'll come to do his advancement mission today?" Lin Han sighed to himself. Rumors really are the fastest thing to travel. It's a good thing these strangers don't recognize his face. Looks like he should keep a low profile from now on to avoid bringing trouble upon himself. Following the receptionist's directions, Lin Han went up to the second floor of the temple. A large crystal sat there, and according to the instructions, he just needed to place his hand on it to see his advancement mission. Lin Han was a bit nervous. After all, this was his first time doing an advancement. But it's just a level 10 advancement mission, so it shouldn't be too hard. Right? After Lin Han touched the crystal, the mission appeared before his eyes. Thunder Beast of the Fallen Kingdom, 5-star difficulty. The mission objective is to eliminate the Thunder Beast in the ancient ruins and collect at least 7 energy stones. The mission location is the Shattered Ruins. The fact that Lin Han had opened a 5-star advancement mission was broadcast to everyone in the hall. They were shocked, because that is the legendary hell-level difficulty. If you don't hire a mercenary guild, it's almost impossible to clear. As for our protagonist, after seeing the mission details, he was speechless. First time advancing, and he rolls a 5-star difficulty mission. His luck really is rotten, second to none. The discussion continued. Who on earth is so unlucky to trigger a 5-star mission? I wonder what class they are to be that good. Lin Han let out a sigh of relief. It's a good thing they only announced the mission content and not his identity. Otherwise, it would definitely attract a lot of trouble. Now that the mission is accepted, he can't afford to delay. At the desolate, shattered ruins, a cluster of tents was set up in a corner, the main base for mercenaries. One of the mercenaries, Their sighed. Not even one person came to hire us today. Looks like we'll be drinking thin gruel this month. He stopped when he noticed him walking up. Others started whispering. That kid is dressed pretty well. Could he be some young master from a rich family here to do a mission? Looks like we've found a fat sheep right before opening shop. Watch your mouth. That's not a fat sheep, that's a client. The mercenary leader stepped up to ask, Hey kid, here to do a mission, aren't you? Want to hire our mercenary squad? Quality is absolutely guaranteed. Since you're a newbie, I'll give you a 20% discount. Lin Han flatly refused. Not necessary. He kept begging, saying the price was negotiable. This time, I'll provide the service for free. Just think of us as friends, I said while firmly gripping the wrist that was about to touch me. No need for that. If you keep pestering me, be careful or you might lose that arm. Having said that, Lin Han threw him aside, thinking to himself, offering free services to others so casually. Do you think I'm an idiot who doesn't understand how mercenaries work? If they aren't trying to scam money, there's only one other possibility. Their goal is to kill and loot. Tunat felt humiliated and ordered, Damn it, I have to beat him to death. His accomplice, a bald man, urged, Let it go, Tunat. But Tunat was unwilling. Boss, are we just going to let that kid get away with it? Lin Mei replied, There's a security team here, so it's not the right place to make a move. No one can do anything to us here. We can still leave safely. Let's wait until he leaves the zone. Once we're safe, we'll mess with him later. Lin Han scanned the area, wondering, So this is the shattered ruin. The style is completely different from the haunted mountains. Come on out, Anat, we're ready to head out. She happily pressed against him and said, Master, I'm ready. Lin Han coaxed her. Good girl today, I'll let you have a satisfying fight. Seeing a new notification, he was surprised. Wait, it even triggered a system quest. The info board displayed. Congratulations, Master. You have triggered a Lord-level quest. Quest name Heart of Thunder. Quest objective Hunt down the Thunder Messenger. Collect the Heart of Thunder. The quest reward satisfied Lin Han. 300 beast taming points. Not bad, not bad. This is good stuff. Anat's strength has increased entirely thanks to this, but up ahead is the place to complete the advancement quest. I'm not sure where the Thunder Messenger is yet, so first, I'll buy some information from Uncle Dien. He called out, and let's go finish the job advancement quest first, then come back to earn more points for you later. Right then, Lin Han ran into a pack of level 15 Thunder Wolves. Anat defeated the whole pack alone. As they turned to attack him, Lin Han took out a treasure and said, You can't beat Anat and you're planning to deal with me. My firepower is condensing into a giant orb. So try this on for size. Grilled Thunderwolf meat must taste delicious. The whole pack gasped in terror. Oh no, we're becoming BBQ. Magic scrolls unleashed fireballs attacking the Thunderwolves in droves. Success notifications appeared. Thunderwolves eliminated energy stones obtained. Notice you have reached the maximum limit for your current rank. You must complete the advancement quest, otherwise you cannot exceed the limit. Before reaching the second rank, you cannot continue to gain experience. Lin Han pulled out a pile of treasures, Fireball Spell Heaven, Fire Spell Flame Missiles. My quest isn't even finished yet. Trying to run my magic scrolls don't agree. Anat, hurry up and finish them all off. Understood. The pack of Thunderwolves cried out in a sea of flames, unable to escape. After the fight, he happily held the energy stones in his hand. Not bad. In just a short time, I've gathered enough energy stones. Magic scrolls are expensive, but they are truly useful. The item info board displayed, Sky Ear Species Primordial 10 Evils, Level 15, Strength 2000, Agility 1800, Spirit 1700, Physique 2100. Skill Enhancement Level 2 increases all base stats by 50%. Giant Strength Level 2 increases Strength stat by 60%. Brutal Strike Level 1 deals 100% of own strength as damage to the target. He felt lucky. Without completing the advancement, so much experience had gone to waste. Luckily, Anat leveled up from 13 to 15. Today's trip was still quite productive. Lin Han took his phone out of his pocket, guessing the trading platform must have sent information about the Thunder Messenger. On the other end, someone called, Little Lin. I've inquired about the location of the Thunder Messenger. I'll send it to you right away. However, the Thunder Messenger is very difficult to handle. If you haven't reached the second rank and are below level 15, it's best not to go alone. Lin Han happily called, "Anat, let's go. Let's go collect some beast taming points." She agreed. "Understood, master." Lin Mai secretly followed him. A single magic scroll costs tens of thousands and he's already used so many on the way. That guy must be a big spender. This time I'll definitely make a fortune. Tu Not, trailing behind, was impatient. "Boss, should we move now?" She replied, "Don't rush. Wait a little longer to let that kid accumulate a few more energy stones. Besides, the girl beside him isn't easy to deal with. Wait until they expend some energy. Then we strike." He fawned. "Boss, you are wise." At this moment, Lin Han encountered the level 17 Thunder Messenger. Looking at it, he scoffed. "Only level 17. Compared to the Gale Wolf King, it's far inferior. It feels like no challenge at all. Ainhat, let's go. Eliminate it, and let's go home." She excitedly charged forward. "Yes, master." The Thunder Messenger immediately realized someone was coming. One punch from Ainhat shattered its throat, spraying fresh blood. She transformed into her ant form, then dove under the sand, preparing for the next step. Under the Thunder Messenger's feet, a small pile suddenly erupted as Ainhat delivered a crushing punch. Lin Han took out an ice magic scroll. It transformed into an ice block that slammed right onto the Thunder Messenger's head. He waved his hand casually, pronouncing its death sentence, "Die." The ice spike magic scroll transformed into giant, sharp ice needles that pierced through it. The system notified, "Successfully eliminated Thunder Messenger. Experience gained 0. She sat on the ground, exhausted. "Anat, I'm so tired." Meanwhile, Lin Han was focused on reading the notification. Quest completed. Defeat the Thunder Messenger 1 out of 1. Quest reward 300 beast taming points have been issued. He sighed. This guy didn't have much attack power, but its hide was so thick. Took so long to kill just a Thunder Messenger. Got 300 beast taming points. Today was a good haul. Leaving these points unused is a waste. First, let's have Ainat awaken a skill. A new notification board appeared. Investing 300 beast taming points, awakening one of the Primordial. The heavenly horn shattered. Waves of power surged over her. System innate skill Iron Bones activated. Defense increased by 20%. She excitedly hugged Lin Han. I feel so much stronger now, thank you, master." He cautioned her to stay alert as they were in the wild. Lan Mai knew it was time to make her move. Not bad for a brat. She was followed by a squad of mercenaries. Lin Han sneered. "What's the point of just throwing punches? Fighting out here requires firepower and brains too." He looked at the bald man. "Didn't you say you'd help me for free? Did you think I'd come here to give you a foot massage after killing monsters, old man?" Siyi snapped furiously. "You brat. You dared to reject our mercenary squad. Now you'll pay the price. Do as you're told and hand over all your treasures, or don't expect to leave here alive." He stood up completely unfazed. "Trying to rob me here. Aren't you afraid the security team will catch you?" Lan Mai spoke up. "Kid, do you know why this ruin is divided into safe and restricted zones? It's because the zones are deep in the ruins. The security patrol never comes here. If you die, nobody will know. Even if they did find you, they'd just blame it on wild beasts. If you want to blame anyone, blame yourself for messing with the wrong people. Don't worry, honey, I'll take good care of you." The greedy men behind them chimed in. "Boss, then can we have that girl?" They were shocked to see where AI had been standing. Where'd she go? She had teleported directly behind Lan Mai. "No, watch out!" Lan Mai screamed. Ai nimbly grabbed their wrists, then tossed them aside like toys, leaving everyone terrified. "Who is this girl? She's terrifying. Mom, save me." Even Lan Mai was thrown flying. The mercenaries opened fire repeatedly. "This girl is no joke. Take her down fast. What a waste, it's so hard to find someone this amazing. We have to stay alive to enjoy it. Hurry up." The Iron Bones skill activated, boosting her defense by 20% and making AI's body impenetrable. Lan Mai realized the girl was too strong. "We messed up, retreat," but she panicked as she saw someone approaching. Lin Han wore a friendly smile as he pulled out a magic scroll. Trying to run too late. Lightning crashed down across the entire area. The mercenaries' screams of agony echoed through the space. Only Si Yi and Lan Mai were left. He gasped. A monster! She's a monster! And this kid? Why does he keep using magic scrolls? Lan Mai noticed she seemed to only listen to the boy. I saw him fighting the whole way here. He must be out of scrolls, get him. We still have a chance to turn this around. Si Yi regained his spirit. That's right. Damn it, without scrolls, this brat is just a weakling. I'll risk it all, Lin Han asked with contempt, trying to counterattack in a desperate situation. He pulled out a huge stack of magic scrolls. That's some spirit. But for a weakling like me, my entire being is fueled by money. Both men trembled. Lin Han ordered, hand over all your gear energy stones and skill books. Do that and I might consider sparing your lives. Otherwise I'll show you that all fear comes from a lack of firepower. Enough, Lan Mai retorted. Who exactly is the robber here? At the famous Job Transfer Temple, the receptionist had already heard the news. Someone activated a 5-star mission this morning. I think his name was Lin Han, right? He's quite handsome, but it's a shame his luck is bad. A mission that hard, would take at least 10 days to half a month to complete. But his sudden appearance made her eyes widen in shock. Lin Han spoke up. Hi, I just finished my job transfer mission and came back to turn it in. The receptionist couldn't believe her eyes. Already that fast. Mission complete. That's impossible. I must have misheard. 5-star missions aren't cabbage you can just pick up. How could he finish so quickly? Mr. Lin, you're here to ask about job transfer information, right? Please wait a moment. Lin Han shook his head. No, I really have finished the mission. I'm back to change my class, the receptionist exclaimed. What, you actually finished the mission? He calmly confirmed. That's right. It was pretty easy. She regained her composure. Please wait a moment. I'll help you set up the room now. Room 996 is open. As the process began, Lin Han interrupted, turned around and left. All set, thanks. The receptionist was so shocked, she broke into a sweat. It's only been a few hours and he actually finished it. Is he bluffing? The notification board displayed. Congratulations on successfully completing your job transfer mission. You have reached the 2nd advancement. She froze after reading it. Is it for real? The news caused a stir among those present. Since when could someone complete a 5-star mission here? Where did such a powerhouse come from? The status board displayed, 2nd advancement class, Beast Taming Scholar, 2nd class Tamer. Lin Han was overjoyed. Is this what the 2nd advancement feels like? Feels pretty good. His profile was updated, name Lin Han, class Beast Taming Scholar 2nd advancement hidden class, level 10, strength 1000, agility 900, spirit 800, physique 730, beast taming contract skill, level 1, beast taming space level 1, beast summoning level 1, 2nd promotion successful, unlocking innate skills, professional skill, lightning wings allows flight for 10 minutes, 1 hour cooldown, copy skill can copy all skills used by a beast for a short time, duration 5 minutes, 2 hour cooldown, bloodline regression, can force a beast's bloodline to regress. The host has successfully reached the 2nd promotion, triggering the system's 2nd promotion reward. Host, please choose one of the following skills. A fusion can fuse with a beast to multiply base power. A telepathic link can communicate with beasts, increase their favorability, and improve the success rate of signing contracts. C. Malice Pulse detects beings with malicious intent within a certain range, including humans. No cooldown. Lin Han quickly thinks, are these the new skills after the promotion? Lightning Wings copy skill. Let me test the power of these new skills. In the blink of an eye, the wings lifted him high. Wow, I can fly. Flight is a high-level skill that can only be learned using a high-level skill book. I didn't expect to. I'll unlock a skill immediately upon the 2nd promotion, as expected of a hidden profession. And for the copy skill, does it mean I can copy and use all of a beast's skills? Even though it's only for 5 minutes, if used at the right moment, it could decide the outcome of a battle. Not bad. Now for the other level up rewards. Fusion feels pretty cool and telepathic link helps in combat. But if we're talking about the most useful skill, this one that detects surrounding malice is just like an automatic alarm system. If I had this skill earlier, I would have wiped out those mercenaries instead of letting them run off and brag. System, I want to choose Malice Pulse. Yes. Lin Han chooses immediately. This is the one. Malice Pulse acquired. After finishing everything, he stretches and yawns. Suddenly, a notification pops up. He is shocked. So fast, a new mission already. But it makes sense. After the second promotion, I should look for a second beast to sign a contract with. And while I'm at it, test out the effect of bloodline regression. Mission notification host has successfully reached the 3rd promotion level as a beast taming scholar. Triggering mission, catch a beast and form a bond. Mission reward 500 beast points. Lin Han analyzes. AI is indeed strong in one-on-one, but her AoE effect is a bit lacking. Lightning type attacks are pretty good in this regard. If I have a beast that's lightning type, it should make up for that weakness. Looks like it's time to visit Uncle Diane. I'll collect my spoils and buy some information at the trading floor. VEP area Dien Dien Trading. His jaw drops when he sees the treasures brought in. Little Lin. What kind of treasure did you just unearth? Behind Lin Han is a small mountain glistening with gold. I just met a group of kind people who gifted me quite a lot of treasures. I plan to sell them all. Please help me count them, Uncle Diane. He quickly orders his staff. What are you standing there for? Hurry up and count the items and calculate the price. Lin Han thinks to himself. Even though the lightning beast dropped a lot of treasure, it still can't compare to the loot from those mercenaries. Lucky they came out seeking death, otherwise I wouldn't have earned this much. Dien Dien summarizes. Little Lin, the items you brought back are worth a total of 13 million Heavenly Dragon credits. I will arrange to transfer this money to your card immediately. Lin Han asks about the situation. Thanks, Uncle. Also, I want to find a lightning-type beast. Do you have any suggestions? Taking the card offered, he ponders. Lightning-type, huh? Suddenly, Dien Dien remembers something. That's right. I heard that a few days ago in the Thunder Forest in Wuzhou City. A high-quality thunderbird appeared. That bird is rumored to carry an ancient bloodline. Many people tried to catch it, but returned empty-handed. Lin Han says excitedly. A thunderbird with an ancient bloodline that perfectly fits my requirements. Uncle Diane, do you have any more information? Dien Dien signals his staff to bring the items. No more information, but our trading floor just acquired a feather from that thunderbird. This feather will glow whenever it gets close to the bird. He resolutely chooses. That's the good stuff, I need it. He slams the box shut. Little in business means there's a buyer and a seller, right? If you're sure you want it, I'll give you a friendly price, 1 million. Lin Han breaks into a cold sweat, thinking, 1 million for this ragged feather. Are you kidding me? With that money, I could buy dozens of scrolls. Why don't you just rob me? But this is the only clue to find the Thunderbird. He grits his teeth and seals the deal. 1 million it is, I'll buy it. Dien Dien gloats at having made a killing. Thank you for your patronage, valued customer. Lin Han comforts himself. As long as this feather helps increase my efficiency in finding the Thunderbird, then 1 million is worth it. At the Thunder Forest Thundercat habitat, a leveling zone for bronze and silver ranks, recommended levels 0 to 20. He recalls Uncle Diane's advice. Remember, as long as you are within a 10-meter range of the Thunderbird, this feather will glow. 10 meters, but nothing happens. Lin Han angrily throws the box away. A trap near. Then wouldn't I be seeing the bird directly? He regrets it and picks it back up. Well, I spent 1 million on it anyway. He keeps trying to find the bird. Traversing this forest shouldn't be too hard. With AI alone, I can already dominate the silver rank area. If I get another beast, couldn't I rule the gold rank area too? AI senses Lin Han's thoughts and gets angry. She appears and gives him a punch. Master, you're greedy. AI isn't enough, you still want to find other beasts. Lin Han quickly coddles her. All right, don't be angry. A scream for help echoes through the forest. A girl is being chased by a beast, screaming, Help me. That beast is a level 19 Thundercat. This person is named Su Nian Wei, level 10 tracking master. She thinks to herself, This is bad. If I keep this up, I'm definitely going to get caught. She trips over a tree root and hits the ground hard. She swears under her breath, realizing the thunder leopard is right behind her, ready to pounce. She squeezes her eyes shut in despair, thinking, This is the end. but the pain she expected never comes. She opens her eyes slightly. I'm still alive. What was that sound? Lin Han activates a series of skills, Recovery Heaven's Eye and Berserk Blow, to counter the Thunder Leopard. She gapes in confusion. What just happened? Lin Han approaches her, asking with concern. Are you okay? Nimvi replies. I'm fine. She thinks to herself. To be able to swat away a Thunder Leopard with one hit. Just who is this guy? Worried, she warns him. The Thunder Leopard isn't easy to deal with, you know. Let's take this chance and run. You act so incredibly calm. She says, that big cat. Lin Han reassures her. Don't worry, someone will take care of it. Ai shifts into his ant form, growing to a massive size to confront the leopard. It bites down hard on the beast's body. The Thunder Leopard struggles, but it can't break free. Lin Han watches from a distance, thinking, I didn't expect that. When Ai uses the Bone Armor skill in Heaven's Ant form, it can even grow larger. In this state, Ai looks like a true monstrous beast, Nimvi exclaims in fear. Another monster beast. You reach out a hand and ask, Are you hurt? Lin Han offers to help Nimvi up. Can you stand? She immediately grabs his hand and starts running. That ant, it can hold down a Thunder Leopard. It must be at least a level 20 beast or higher. Hurry while it hasn't noticed us. Let's run. The Thunder Leopard's body is slammed, violently to the ground, blocking their path. Ai asks fiercely, You dare try to kidnap my master? Nimvi stammers. This isn't good, Lin Han interrupts. Ai, you did great. He pats its head. I'll give you a treat when we get home. She gapes, unable to believe her eyes. What is going on? Ai shrinks back down. Lin Han speaks up. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lin Han, a beast Taming. This is my contracted beast. You don't have to be afraid. Nimvi says, I've heard rumors about you. Now I remember legend says there's someone in the neighboring city who awakened the hidden class beast Taming. It turns out it's you. Lin Han says modestly, It's just rumors, not really a legend. She asks curiously, Don't us all beast tamers rely on their beasts? How are you so strong? Even your bare hands are that powerful. And what kind of ant is that? How could it bite the Thunder Leopard to death? Ai gets annoyed at being stared at and observed. It uses a secret move. Ai rams its head straight into Nimvi's face. A bump appears on her head, smoking. Lin Han steps in to coax it. All right. I don't be angry anymore. It grumbles aggressively. No getting close to master. He can't help but wonder, looking at her. You don't seem that strong, so why come to such a dangerous place? She introduces herself. I'm To Nimvi. I came here for a second turn mission, but my luck is terrible. I ended up with a 4-star quest. What about you? Why are you here? Lin Han doesn't hide it. I heard there's a thunder spirit in the Thunder Forest. That's my target. She finds it quite a coincidence. You're looking for a beast. As it happens, my class is a tracking master. Thank you for the offer. I'll help you out. Consider it a thank you for saving me earlier. Lin Han thinks happily. Tracking master. This class has weak combat ability, but they are incredibly good at tracking. This will definitely help me. He gladly accepts her assistance. Then I'll have to rely on you for my mission. Nimvi says confidently, No problem, leave it to me. However, my abilities are limited. If you have an item from the Thunder Spirit, it might help me pinpoint its location. Lin Han takes that item out. I have a feather here. Can you use this? Nimvi is shocked. A Thunder Spirit feather. I remember this item was priced insanely high on the black market. This feather is really well preserved. There's no problem at all in using this to determine the Thunder Spirit's direction. However, if I use my skill, the feather might get damaged. If you wanted to sell it for money, then Lin Han doesn't care about the money at all. Don't worry, to me, this item is just a throwaway. Even if it gets ruined, it's mine to begin with. Nimvi breathes a sigh of relief. That's good then. She activates the tracking aura skill. Nimvi's eyes seem to pierce through space itself. A beam of light shoots out from the feather. She happily reports, I found it. Just follow this beam of light. We'll find the Thunder Spirit. Lin Han says excitedly. Great, let's get moving. They both head in the direction of the light. Lin Han stops her. Wait, there are beasts up ahead and there are quite a lot of them. Neem V panics. What? She hides behind Lin Han. What should we do now? Should we take a detour? AI stands on his shoulder alert. Seeing Neem Vi pressing her body against its master, it immediately jumps down and charges ahead. Lin Han tries to stop it. No need, AI. But AI doesn't listen. It slaughters the group of beasts. He receives notifications repeatedly. Killed Thunder Spirit Beast. And received 650 experience points. Lin Han laughs. You've got that much energy, huh? He is puzzled. No wonder AI could suppress the whole situation so easily. But still, I feel like AI is incredibly angry today. Why is that? She thinks to herself, I'm doing this because AI has already finished the job. Master will definitely be happy when he sees this. Neem V is surprised. Did that little ant kill all of them? He says casually, I told you. These little trash monsters are easy to handle. A wave of joy fills his heart. I leveled up to level 11. This feeling is not bad at all. System updated, you have leveled up to level 11. All stats increased by 160 points. You have received an additional 120 stat points. With the free attribute points, a gnat returned to a smaller size, and Nat Vi reminded him, A gnat, you're acting up again. You'd better change back. A gnat immediately agreed. Yes, master. Nat Vi scrambled up, looking disoriented. What's going on? Did a ferocious beast attack us? She turned around to see a gnat in his giant ant form and was speechless. Nat Vi brushed the dust off her clothes. So it was just a little ant. You scared the life out of me. Lam Han ordered a gnat. Change back to your original form. It'll be easier to move around. As they walked, she felt a chill down her spine. She couldn't shake the feeling that this little ant was targeting her. Could I be hallucinating? Net was secretly holding a grudge. She actually dared to use her charms to seduce the master. Let's see how I handle you. Just come here, I promise I won't kill you. Nat Vi muttered to herself. Must be my imagination. Such a cute little ant. How could he have bad intentions? She tried to get friendly. Little ant, come here and let big sister pet you. Nat raised his sharp spiked claw. This woman is so annoying, I really want to bash her, but I'm afraid she won't survive it. Master, hurry and stop her, save a Nat. As you wish. Lam Han leaned aside and dodged. Careful now or Ainhat will get angry. There are still plenty of beasts ahead. A Nat, you take the lead and clear the path for us. By late tonight, he had racked up quite a few achievements. Successfully killed lightning armored insect. Experience points increased by 984. Successfully killed electric wasp. Experience points increased by 1,284. Successfully killed lightning steel boar. Experience points increased by 1,284. You have leveled up to level 12. All attributes increased. You received 120 free attribute points to distribute. You have leveled up to level 13, level 14, level 15. He was so happy he almost cried. Leveling up felt amazing. His status screen updated. Name Lam Han. Class Beast Taming Scholar, second transition. Hidden class. Level 15. Strength 1,820. Agility 1,720. Spirit 1,620. Constitution 1,550. Equipment none. Skills. Creature contract. Level 1. Beast. Taming. Space. Level 1. Beast. Summoning. Level 1. Malicious Pulse. Level 1. Lightning Wings. Level 1. Skill. Copy level 1. Attribute points. Available. Lam Han mused. It hasn't been long and I've already reached level 15. It seems it won't be long before I have to take on the third transition quest. A Nat had also upgraded. Heaven-horned ant ancient 10-beast race. Level 18. Strength 2,700. Agility 2,300. Spirit 2,200. Constitution 3,000. He praised him. Annette, you've worked hard on the way here. Nat Vi cut in. It wasn't just hard work. She looked at the scattering of beast corpses. You two have basically destroyed the entire lightning forest. But we don't have to dodge the beasts anymore. We can use Anat's speed to find the lightning bird. I can sense it. It's in that direction." Hearing it chirping, Lam Han frowned and asked, "Anat, is there a problem ahead?" "Anat is an ancient beast. Could there be something ahead that even he is wary of?" Right there on a high branch was the target he had been searching for, the lightning bird, that level 13 lightning bird. If I can complete the contract, this will be a huge win. The lightning bird named Teen Cock had spotted them and flapped its wings to fly away. "Oh no, it's running," Not V said frustratedly. "Our classes can't fly, so we definitely won't be able to catch it. I just didn't expect all that hard work to end in missing the bird like this." Lam Han smirked. "Who said I can't fly?" Wings sprouted from his back. He took off in the direction Teen Cock was flying, his lightning wings activated. Not Vi down below was stunned. "What?" The distance between Lam Han and Teen Cock closed. From below he called out, "Hey lightning bird, consider becoming my tamed beast. Full room and board included." Tien Cock chirped a response, a clear refusal, and flapped harder to escape the fate of being exploited by a capitalist. Lam Han was dumbfounded. Such a strong reaction. This beast has quite a personality. "All right then, let's have a go." Nat Vi waited below, saying dejectedly, "Okay, I'll wait for you here." He kept coaxing, "Hey, you really don't want to be my tamed beast. Come on, follow me, you won't lose out." Lam Han's hand missed as he tried to grab its wings. He was furious. "Damn it, let it get away again." Teen Cock chose a perfect spot. In midair, it gathered electricity and struck at Lam Han. He chuckled. It knows it can't escape, so it decided to risk it all. That's some admirable courage. The lightning bolt kept expanding around him. Lam Han wasn't afraid. "I'll beat you into submission." He threw a punch using the copied skill Berserk Strike, hitting the bird square in the face. Afterward, Lam Han used the seal on Tien Cock's neck. Finally, the contract was signed. The status screen displayed Lightning Bird, Race Azure, Lightning Berserk Bird Branch, Level 13, Strength 523, Agility 768, Spirit 622, Constitution 502. He complained, Level 13. Lightning Bird, but with only these stats. Compared to Heaven Horned Ant, this is really pathetic. Notification contract successfully signed. Do you want to perform ancestral reversion on the contract target? Lam Han remembered, almost forgot he had the system. Getting stronger is as easy as turning over one's hand. Let's do it. Tien Cock transformed into a human shape. Ancestral reversion for the Lightning Bird complete. Entering second form, Lightning Emperor. Lightning Emperor, Ancient 10 Palace Race. Level 18. Strength 1900. Agility 3000. Spirit 2400. Constitution 2600. Skill Lightning Storm Level 1. Within a 1 kilometer radius, lightning strikes chaotically. Speed boost. Level 1 increases agility by 40%. Lam Han marveled. As expected of a lightning-type beast, it jumped 5 levels in one go, and that lightning burst skill is basically a weapon of mass destruction. As her feet touched the ground, she took a step toward him, bowed gently, and greeted him. "Greetings, Master?" Lam Han's jaw dropped at the sight of her scorched chest. Seriously, she really lives up to the name Fierce Beast, maybe even fiercer than you, AI. Hearing this, AI, who was perched on his shoulder, got jealous and transformed into his larger form to challenge his rival. The moment they locked eyes, AI barked, "What kind of smelly bird dares to steal my master? Don't you try it, you little ant, one bite and I'll swallow you whole." Lam Han stepped in to mediate. "All right, that's enough. From now on we're a family, so stop the bickering. Ai, she was the first to transform, so you should show some respect and let her have this." Tiangu stepped forward and asked, "Master, could you give me a name as well?" He pondered for a moment. She was a lightning-type bird. He recalled a poem, "Deep in the void at the dawn of time, yin and yang collide, forming lightning echoing through the heavens and earth since ancient days." "How about Tiangu?" She was delighted. "Tiangu, I love that name, thank you, Master." He silently hoped that this gentle, lovable girl who possessed such wild lightning burst skills would be amazing. If only I could test her strength. This is the perfect chance to let the lightning bird show what she's capable of. Meanwhile, in a corner, Niamvi sat alone. Feeling like the world had forgotten her, she sighed. Where did Lam Han go? When is he coming back? She was currently at the savage camp. Niamvi asked the person beside her, Lam Han, do you really want to help me finish this 4-star mission? But my target is to hunt the leader here. The difficulty is too high. Maybe we should just call it off, he replied. You helped me find the lightning bird, so it's only right I help you finish your rank-up mission. Besides, I want to test the lightning bird's power. Let's go. Tengu, show me exactly how strong you are. Tiangu took off into the sky, her wings crackling with electricity. Her body shifted into human form as she soared through the thick black clouds. Tiangu shouted, summoning lightning to strike down from above. From the sky, a swirling vortex of lightning condensed. The level 7 and 8 savages and even their level 9 leader looked up in shock. Lam Han sighed, thinking, the monsters here are too low level. If Tiangu drops a full-power lightning burst, I'll have to beg them not to die. Lam Han ordered, Tiangu, just relax. Don't hold back, but just don't kill the savage leader, all right? Niamvi stared, eyes wide. What's happening? There's so much lightning up there, and where did that bird go? I can't see anything. She was excited to see everything go all out. Tiangu replied, as you wish, master. Lightning struck from the center of the camp, and she dove down with it. The leader drew his bow and fired at the intruder, but Tiangu used her incredible speed to close the distance instantly. Along with that, a bolt of divine lightning struck the leader's body. Niamvi worried. Did the lightning bird make her move? There are so many enemies, who knows how long this will take should we go help? But just as she peeked out to assess the situation, her jaw dropped in horror. She saw Tiangu standing over the leader's body. That's the savage leader. The lightning bird caught him just like that. Lam Han praised her. Well done, Tiangu. He handed Niamvi a dagger to finish him off and complete her mission. Her hand trembled as she gripped the hilt. I understand, to Niamvi. After killing the savage leader and finishing the quest, she turned to thank Lam Han. Thank you. If it weren't for you, I never could have completed this. My home is in this region. Since the main task is done, would you like me to show you around Wuzhou City? He turned to leave. No need to be so formal. You helped me find the lightning bird after all. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Niamvi prayed silently. Lam Han, I hope we can meet again one day. He felt satisfied with the day's results. Caught my second beast in just half a day. I've got some luck. Next, I need to plan my leveling route. Suddenly, his phone rang. Lam Han was surprised to see who it was. Long Z calling me now. Is there something important? He picked up. Long Z, what's up? If you're inviting me to dinner, I'm on my way. Tianqiu laughed. Dinner? Forget dinner. I have something important to tell you, little Lamzi. Have you ever heard of the Mystic Void Realm? The Mystic Void Realm is a simulated environment created by the Imperial Army. Not only can it replicate all kinds of combat scenarios, but it can also spawn different types of beasts to fight awakened ones. You don't get XP, but it's perfect for training techniques and skills. When they met in person, Tianqiu continued. People fight tooth and nail for a slot in there. I got my dad to pull some strings and get you a spot. Lam Han calculated the combat capability of Tiangu and AI. Their individual power was excellent, but their teamwork was another story. This was the perfect place for them to train. He imagined the scene of them supporting each other. Sister, we must serve Master well. I know, sister, we must serve Master well. Lam Han's nose started bleeding. If they can coordinate well, Tianqiu reminded him. Little Lam Z, I sent the address to your phone. Go check it out when you have time. Lam Han replied, Sorry to bother you. Your family has helped me a lot these past few years. Tianqiu waved it off. Don't worry about it. We're like family. Just don't forget your brothers when you hit the big time. Lam Han smiled and agreed. Deal. He went back to his room to rest. Yi leaned in close and asked, Good morning, Master. Did you sleep well last night? Lam Han jumped. He looked at the rolling hills right in front of his eyes. Holy crap! Is it really this intense first thing in the morning? Tiangu pulled him into her arms from the other side. It's still early, Master. Go back to sleep. Lam Han groaned. feeling like he couldn't breathe. Is this what sweet suffocation feels like? A gnat pushed her away, shouting, "You nasty bird! If you keep doing that, Master won't be able to breathe." Tien Kok retorted, "I'm sure Master would breathe much better without you around. You're so tiny after all." They kept bickering. "I am not tiny, Master already said I am your big sister. How can you not? Understand your brain must be as tiny as you are." They started fighting in a cloud of dust. Lam Han looked on helplessly. It's such a waste of their beautiful sister-like appearance. They're both so childish. It seems like making them practice teamwork needs to be added to the schedule immediately. At the Illusion Realm Experience Center, a staff member invited him into the research room. "Mr. Lam, your identity has been successfully verified. Please enter the stasis pod to begin your Illusion Realm experience. You can choose dungeons of various difficulty levels based on your personal rank. Breaking the dungeon record will earn you rewards." You think, well, since it's a military reward, it probably won't be too stingy, right? As Lam Han lay down in the stasis pod, she said, "I wish you a pleasant experience." The info board displayed, "User verification successful. Name, Lam Han. Class Beast Tamer 2nd Awakening. Rank level 15. Recommended dungeon rank Silver. Do you wish to enter the Silver rank dungeon?" You clicked accept. "Not Tien Kok, let's go." Both of them shouted in response, ready for a new journey. The system announced, "You have successfully selected a Silver rank dungeon. Dungeon loading. Loading progress at 100%. A notification reminded, "Dungeon loaded successfully. Have a pleasant journey." Illusion Realm Arena Battle, starting countdown begun. As soon as he entered, Lam Han faced 3 level 13 wolves. He spoke up, "Old friends." Not eagerly charged forward. "You nasty bird, I'll show you who's truly worthy of being by Master's side." A wolf howled and lunged at her, but with one punch, Not sent all 3 flying. Behind her, she successfully turned back to provoke Tien Kok. She stood perfectly still, but the power she released was enough to blow the pack of wolves away. Such a small feat. Is that really worth bragging about? You little ant, you really are naive. Lightning gathered in Tien Kok's hands. "I'll show you what real power looks like." The wolves were engulfed by lightning. Lam Han, fearing a war was about to break out, stepped in to mediate. "We're all one family. We need to love and get along." Ainhat grumbled. "Master, sorry, but Ainhat doesn't want to get close to this nasty bird at all." The other one wasn't fond of different species either. Tien Kok couldn't love her either. You were left to face the incoming pack of wolves alone. Both of you. "You two really have such strong personalities." Lam Han let out his frustration and threw a punch. "Even you guys are bullying me, huh?" Only then did they stop bickering and ran over to ask, "Master, are you hurt? We're sorry, Master. It's all Tien Kok's fault for not protecting you well." They felt extremely guilty, thinking, "It's all our fault for competing for favor and forgetting about Master's safety. Next time we must face this battle seriously." The next wolf pack was level 20. Warning. The third wave of fierce beasts is coming. The system reminded, "This machine will not cause physical harm to the user, but it will simulate pain at a 1-to-1 ratio. If you feel you cannot continue, please abandon the training immediately." Lam Han was very satisfied. With a difficulty like this, I'm afraid even some rare combat classes would struggle to cope. But this is exactly what I wanted. The biggest weakness of a beast-tamer is that their own combat strength is insufficient. Another reason why I came to the Illusion Realm is to compensate for this weakness. Lam Han's fist landed squarely on the wolf's face, sending it flying far away with a howl. Both girls watched with adoration. "Master is so amazing." You muttered, "Not bad. It wasn't a waste to dump all my free stat points into strength." As the wolves howled to call for backup, Lam Han knew the real battle had begun. Ainat activated Strengthen, Tien Kok activated Dash. The two worked together perfectly as they charged. "Although I don't want to fight alongside your nasty bird, this is Master's order, so I won't hold Master back." You stood back, relaxed, waiting. "I want to see if these Gale Wolf Kings have strength that can compare to Ainhat, or if their speed can surpass Tien Kok." Anat dove into close quarters combat. "You guys just die obediently." At the Illusion Realm Experience Center, outside, the followers were busy sucking up to someone. As the guy's greatsword vibrated, the fierce beasts fell one after another. How majestic! Hua Din, did you see that? What a pity. Next time, Hua, you can invite me to form a team. I'd be very happy to accompany you. Hua Din refused. Sorry, I prefer to fight alone. Fong Dong thought with interest. Is this Ice Queen really as cold as the rumors say? Let's see how I can manage to pick her. When he saw the public notification on the screen, he shouted, No way! What are these stats in this room? With speed like this, are they trying to break the record? The notification board read, Dungeon rank, Silver. Current progress, final stage. Time elapsed 8 minutes and 59 seconds. User Lam Han. Everyone was buzzing with gossip. 9 minutes and already at the final stage. Is he really going to break the record? Who is this Lam Han? Is he a disciple secretly trained by some big family? Hua Din was stunned. Could it be Lam Han, the beast tamer from our school? Fong Dong dismissed it. A poor guy like Lam Han. How could he have the credentials to enter the illusion realm? It must be someone with the same name. The notification board updated. Dungeon rank, Silver. New record set, newest record 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Record holder Lam Han. The whole crowd gasped in shock. 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Did he really break the record? So Lam Han is actually that strong. Inside the arena, the pack of wolves had been wiped out. He was sweating profusely, exhausted, but it was finally over. A new notification appeared. You have received the reward, Poisonous Thorns. Using poisonous thorns will cause vines covered in toxic spikes to erupt from the ground within a 100-meter radius around the user. All targets identified as enemies will be bound. The vines contain a paralyzing toxin. Skill duration is 5 minutes, cooldown is 20 minutes. Now automatically retrieving consciousness. Welcome back. Please return next time. Lam Han received that gift. I never expected the reward to be a skill book. This illusion realm is truly interesting. Next time, I'll try the gold tier dungeon. Lam Han left the sleep pod in the research room and walked out calmly. Greeting Lam Han was a group of people who were stunned by the record-breaking feat, and he even cut the previous record time in half. This newcomer is insane. Does anyone here know who the Master Lam Han is? Please introduce me to him. Why are you trying to hide? This time, even your name has been made public. Isn't that a bit of an invasion of privacy? No, Hua Din realized it instantly. It really is him. Fong Dong's face darkened and he spat out bitterly. It's this brat again, stealing the spotlight. Damn it. At the military's Illusion Realm Control Center, the security officer reported. Commander, there is an abnormal data reading in the Illusion Realm. A second-tier beast tamer has broken the dungeon difficulty record. His solo time is truly unbelievable. Each wave of beasts was wiped out in less than 3 minutes. This speed is something even some third-tier professionals can't achieve. Taithan thought to himself. Even if this person's beast is very strong, being able to reach this level with only second-tier strength, he is truly a genius. He must be recruited into the military. He ordered his subordinates, investigate this person thoroughly. By tomorrow morning, I want all his information. The next day in class, Tien Q talked about her friend's achievements. Thunder rumbled and struck down. At this moment, the Gale Wolf King clearly saw the piles of its comrades' bones at Lam Han's feet, and was so terrified that it immediately kowtowed 100 times. Right on the spot, Hua Din marveled. Lam Han is really strong. Fong Dong, looking arrogant, kicked the door open and walked in. He shouted and ordered, Lam Han, get out here. Tien Q mocked him. Fong Dong, why are you here? Aren't you afraid of getting your face swollen by little lamb again? He ignored her. Stop the nonsense, call Lam Han out here. Fong Dong secretly swore that yesterday must have been pure luck. That was the only reason he broke the record. Lately, my family has invested quite a lot of resources to help me reach the second tier. Yet Lam Han dares to steal my spotlight. Just watch. I'll beat him to a pulp. Tien Q clapped her hands to shoo him away. Get lost. Little Lamb has gone to the haunted mountain to train and is preparing to break through to the third tier. He doesn't have time to fight with you. Fong Dong's lackeys were surprised. Third tier Lam Han's training speed is a bit terrifying. Does that mean his record-breaking performance yesterday wasn't just luck? You guys actually believe her. You have no brains, right? Tien Q continued to provoke him. Someone like you who has to rely on your family to barely reach the second tier. How could you ever understand the feeling of a genius? It's best if you wait until my little lamb returns from the third tier. Then go hug his legs and shout, "You're the best." Fong Dung pointed right at her and cursed, "You fatso, you wait for me." He stormed off in a rage. "Once Lam Han gets back, I'll deal with both of you garbage at the same time." At the haunted mountain range, lightning from the high heavens kept striking down, sending the pack of beasts tumbling. Even Lam Han had to marvel, "Oh my God, with an experienced grinding speed like these two reapers, isn't reaching the third tier as easy as falling off a log." System update. Successfully destroyed, Gale Wolf received 500 experience points. Successfully destroyed Thunder Leopard received 1,000 experience points. Successfully destroyed Thunderbird Beast received 1,000 experience points. Anat rushed over and hugged him. "Master Anhat killed the most beasts, isn't that very impressive?" Lam Han replied. "Anat, you worked hard." Thien Kok approached and said, "Master Thien Kok just finished counting. I killed 2 more than Big Sister." Lam Han praised them both. "Thien Kok is also very good." Anat grew angry again. "You stinky bird. I have counted it over and over again. It can't be wrong. It must be you, Leopard," she mocked. "Kid with your brain. You can even count that." Lam Han was put in an awkward position. "All right, now don't be like that." He pondered. "Anat and Thien Kok are getting stronger and stronger. The beasts in the Silver Zone aren't even enough for them to warm up, let alone help them increase their strength." Lam Han called out to them, "How about we go to the Gold Tier Training Zone to play?" All 3 moved to the Gold Tier Training Zone. They hid in the bushes to observe the level 21 toxic striped lizards. Unexpectedly, just after arriving, they ran into a whole swarm of them. Truly a tough nut to crack, but it's perfect for training our strength. Lam Han directed the fight. Anat draw the fire from the front. Thunder Emperor activate speed dash. Attack from the air. Anat fought fiercely. "This time I'll definitely kill more monsters." Thien Kok. The lizard opened its mouth and shot poison towards her. The slime stuck to her face, making Anat uncomfortable. Her steps became unsteady and she stumbled backward. Anat's body shook. "Master Anat feels unwell." Notification alert. Thien Jiak thought. Constitution -80 poisoned, causing paralysis. Losing blood continuously for a minute. You're worried this isn't looking good. That toxin is draining a massive amount of health from Anat. Thien Kok used Lightning Blast to clear them out fast. Thien Kok unleashes a barrage of lightning where the lizards are swarming, but the lizards don't even flinch. Lam Han realizes Thien Kok's Lightning Blast is too random. It's really hard to land precise hits on the venom-striped lizards since they're so small. He needs a way to pin them down. These venom-striped lizards, seriously. Write that skill book I got for breaking the record in the Void Realm. He carefully reads the info. Poison Thorn. Intermediate grade skill book. Effect when used within a 100-meter radius. Vines with thorns will sprout from the ground around the user, binding all targets identified as enemies. The vines also inflict a paralyze effect. Duration 5 minutes. Cooldown 20 minutes. Status: not yet learned. Lam Han knows Thien Kok's attacks can't hit them accurately. The targets are too small. Using a crowd control skill will help increase her hit rate. He quickly activates the skill book to learn it. Notification. You have successfully learned the skill Poison Thorn. Lam Han declares, "You little lizards, your carefree days are over." Then, with a Poison Thorn command, he strikes the ground. He shouts, "Anat Thien Kok, let's go! Clean up the battlefield!" The Poison Thorns tighten around the lizards' bodies. Thien Kok receives the order and unleashes lightning. Understood, Master. Result: successfully eliminated the venom-striped lizards. Experience gained 1,789, multiplied by 3. On Anat's side, there are also impressive results. Anat also helped Master defeat the monsters. Successfully eliminated the venom-striped lizards. Experience gained 1,789, multiplied by 3. Lam Han praises them repeatedly. Not bad, not bad. In just a moment we've jumped 4 levels, plus that noise just lured in, on 2 level 22 saber-toothed tigers. System notification. You have leveled up to level 19. All attributes increased. Gained an additional 140 free attribute points. Distribute them however I want. He quietly anticipates it. Anat and Thien Kok have reached level 20 already. Once they finish off these ones, I should hit level 20 too. Lamhan orders them to take down the tigers. Anat Thien Kok, take them out fast. After taking it down, Anat and Thien Kok leveled up. Thien Jiak is now level 20. Luade is level 20. Successfully eliminated the saber-toothed tiger. Experience gained 2,666. You have leveled up to level 20. All attributes increased. Gained an additional 140 free attribute points. Attention! You have reached the maximum limit your second transition can handle. You need to accept the class advancement quest, otherwise you won't be able to break the limit. Before completing the third transition, you cannot continue to gain experience. Lamhan mutters to himself. Hit level 20 already. Grinding monsters further is pointless now. Better head back and get ready to finish the third transition quest. Information board updated. Name Lamhan. Class Scholar/Beast Tamer Hidden Class. Level 20. Strength 3,290. Agility 2,570. Spirit 2,470. Constitution 2,000. Equipment none. Skills Creature Pact. Level 2. Beast Tamer Space Level 2. Beast Summoning. Level 2. Malicious Oscillation. Level 1. Lightning Wings Level 1. Skill Copy Level 1. Poison Thorn. Level 1. Free Attribute. 700. At the Advancement Temple, Lamhan returns to the Crystal Pillar. Didn't expect to be back for an advancement so soon. He reaches out to touch it and says, "Seriously, don't tell me this is another 5-star quest. The last one already wrecked me." At that moment, a server-wide notification appears. A 5-star quest has been triggered. Everyone is shocked. What the hell is that? Another 5-star quest. It's only been a few days. Why are there so many monsters freaks around lately? The receptionist doesn't even need to think. It has to be Lamhan again. Could he be the one grinding levels? Lamhan reads the quest, scratching his head and cursing. Damn it, this one even requires materials. Screw this, are they trying to push me to my death? Quest name Ghost Ship's Whisper. Quest level 5-star. Quest content 1. Board the ghost ship and eliminate all ghosts. Quest content 2. Collect materials. Fire Dragon Flame. Grass Essence. An Eye of the Wind. Quest location. Ghost Ship. Scarlet Flame Forest. That night, Lamhan arrives at the ghost ship dock alone. He sighs dejectedly. I was planning on going home to sleep, recharge, then do the quest. Now it's all ruined. His 2 pets appear to comfort him. Don't worry, Master Anat is here. These little quests are a breeze, we'll clear them in a flash. Thien Kok adds, Thien Kok will protect Master well. Lamhan looks at the countdown. Of course I trust you girls. Time is running out. Get ready, the target is about to appear. Ghost ship appearance time is 7 in the evening. It has arrived. Lamhan remembers from before, hearing Sister Bang talk about the legend of the ghost ship. This is a super popular dungeon that attracts many challengers, but most get scared out of their wits and nobody really knows what kind of horror is inside. Just like that, he gets spooked by a skeleton. The hell are these real ghosts? Lamhan, fired up, throws a punch at it. The punch misses. Seeing the ghost's expression, he's pissed. Damn it, this guy is laughing at me. You think I can't touch you, huh? Lamhan immediately activates his lightning wings and flies up. Think being able to fly makes you special today. I will show you what it means to be finished. After taking down the ghost. System update. Successfully eliminated the ghost. Experience gained 0. Attention. You have reached the maximum limit your second transition can handle. Need to accept the advancement quest. Otherwise, you won't be able to break the limit. Before completing the third transition, you cannot continue to gain experience. Lamhan tried and it worked. Sister Bang was right. Lightning is truly the hard counter to soul-type monsters. Ghosts belong to the soul type, and lightning is absolutely fatal to them. Now I'm not getting any experience, what a waste. Better to finish the mission quickly than to waste time. The longer this drags on, the more uneasy I feel. More and more ghosts keep pouring out of the ghost ship. Tianqi, lead the charge and purify them. Understood, Master. A single blast of lightning struck down, sending the ghosts into the afterlife. System notifications updating rapidly. Successfully eliminated ghost. Experience points gained 0. I suspect these ghosts aren't really a match for Tianqi, but this difficulty level is at most a 4-star mission. Another 5-star mission. Fine, let's do it. Suddenly, a mournful wail echoed. They were merging their powers together. Lin Han, they can even fuse. Eventually, it combined into a level 25 Ghost Captain. This makes it less boring. Adding this Ghost Captain finally makes things interesting. Ai, focus your attacks. Tianqi, disrupt the enemy's vision. Coordinated support. Both responded enthusiastically. Got it? Ai darted through the bursts of power to get close to the captain while Tianqi descended from high above, raining down lightning. The gun was knocked from his hand. Ai's punch landed square on the captain's chest, making him grunt in pain. For the first time, Tianqi offered praise. Not bad, little ant. What do you mean? Your lightning just now was pretty impressive too, Lin Han intervened helplessly. You two work together and finish him off. They yelled in unison. Understood, Master. Flying at the captain from both sides, Ai delivered a heavy, decisive blow, sending the captain's body flying backward. Tianqi coordinated by gathering a lightning burst, lightning barrage. Like a waterfall, the power poured onto the captain's position. Lin Han cleared his throat. A bit excessive, don't you think? System notification. Ghost Captain successfully eliminated. Experience points gained 0. Warning. You have reached the maximum limit for your current stage. You must accept a class advancement quest, or you will be unable to break the limit before reaching the 3rd transition. You will not be able to accumulate any more experience. Ai stood on the deck waving. Master Ai finished off the enemy. Ai is super powerful, Lin Han thought. But considering, it's the first time Ai and Tianqi have fought together and the efficiency is pretty good. The power of combining ancient beasts isn't just 1 + 1 = 2, now that the ghost ship has been dealt with. Next, I need to go find those 3 types of materials. New update. Mission name. Ghost Ship's Whisper. Mission difficulty. 5 stars. Mission objectives 1. Board the ghost ship and hunt the ghosts. Completed. 2. Collect materials. Fire Dragon Flame, Grass Spirit Essence, and Eye of the Wind. Mission location. Ghost ship. Scarlet Flame Forest. The Scarlet Flame Forest was a sea of fiery red, the habitat of level 22 wind lizards. Lin Han closed his eyes to sense their positions, then opened them with a smile. Good news. I didn't expect to find the materials so quickly. Tianqi, you've got a good eye. That flower must be the Eye of the Wind. Should we use the same trick and fly over to grab it? Lin Han refused. No. The branches there are too dense for you to fly through. The girl next to him volunteered excitedly. Master Ai can help. She rushed ahead to seize it. The first material was brought back by Tianqi. 10 minutes later, Tianqi returned with the orb, chased by a swarm of level 22 wind lizards. She brought the item to him. Master, I got the spirit essence. Lin Han replied. Well done, Tianqi. Ai's eyes lit up. I want to go too. Ai wants Master's praise. He satisfied her. Ai, go right ahead. Go on. Ai started digging into the ground. Tianqi smirked. Ai really is. Lin Han wasn't surprised. Ai's true form is an ant after all. To Ai, digging tunnels isn't a skill, it's instinct. Before long, she had infiltrated the lizard's lair. He waited expectantly as he saw Ai crawl up. Not bad, little ant. It looks like the Eye of the Wind is about to be ours. Lin Han warned. Don't get too optimistic. Stay alert until it's finished. Just as she grabbed the root of the flower, preparing to pull, he shouted in alarm. Something's wrong. Ai went into a freefall, screaming. The lizards below noticed the commotion. She landed, but the wind. Damn it, Ai's been spotted. Surrounded by lizards, Ai didn't flinch. Come at me. Ai, I'm not afraid of you lot, Lin Han commanded. There are too many wind lizards. Fighting them head-on is bad for Ai. Tianqi, get her out of there fast. Tianqi surged forward at incredible speed. She used her familiar dash skill. As Tianqi scooped her up, Ai scolded, You stupid bird! She carried her comrade back. Ai Master told me to save you. Handing her over to Lin Han, Tianke reported, "Master, I've brought Ai back." He replied, "Good." Then Lin Han proceeded to the next step. Time to scram run. They were chased by the whole swarm. Both obeyed. "Yes, sir." The fiery red scarlet flame forest was in an uproar, losing its usual stillness. Lin Han ran grumbling. "Damn it all, that for one flower and they're still chasing us." He checked his info. Class Beast Tamer Scholar Second Transition. Level 20. Strength 3,290. Agility 2,570. Spirit 2,470. Constitution 2,000. Free stat points 700. Lin Han realized. At my current speed, shaking off these reptiles is a bit difficult. I might as well dump all my free points into agility. His agility stat rose to 3,270. Ai exclaimed, "Master speed, it got even faster." He looked back and called out, "Yi Tianke, push a little harder. It's fine once we get up ahead." Both were curious. What's ahead? What does Master mean? They ran deep into the scarlet flame forest, where huge flames blazed. The lizards only dared to stand outside and wouldn't venture deeper. They turned and left immediately, as if wary of something. Deep in the forest, Tianke realized, "Master, those big reptiles have left. You ran here on purpose, didn't you?" Lin Han confirmed. "That's right. The pack of fire lizards deep in the blazing forest is the true ruler of this place. Surely even an alliance between the wind lizards and the grass lizards wouldn't dare challenge them. Furthermore, the third ingredient we need to find is the fire dragon grass. It grows right within that fire lizard pack. Let's keep heading toward the high temperature zone. We're almost at the pack's territory. Once the mission is done, we'll head home to rest." Deep in the forest, those level 22 fire lizards are resting. Ai stands on a cliff looking down and reporting, Master, those giant reptiles are bathing in the lava." Lin Han peers into the distance to search for the final ingredient. He finally sees it clearly. Found it. Fire dragon grass. This area has wide open terrain, perfect for Tiangu to use her speed skills. Suddenly, the system announces, "Congratulations, Master. You have triggered a random quest. Quest name Awakening. Quest details. Awaken the slumbering fire lizard leader and defeat it. Quest reward. 1,000 beast tamer points." He is shocked. Wait, there's a quest being announced too. A fire lizard leader. Looks like there's a huge one among the pack. 1,000 beast tamer points is truly tempting, but if we get surrounded by the pack, it'll be a tough spot. Lin Han divides the tasks. Let's finish the promotion mission first, then think about how to deal with the fire lizard leader. Tiangu, go fetch the fire dragon grass. When Tiangu returns with the fire dragon grass, "Oh," Yai shouts, "that stinky bird actually got it." She hands it to him. "Master, I got it." Lin Han takes it and says, "This mission really wasn't difficult at all. Not bad. Next we have to figure out how to handle the fire lizard leader." A glint flashes in Lin Han's eyes. He vigilantly looks to one side and instinctively dodges a sneak attack filled with malice. A voice rings out, "Kid, you're pretty lucky." Opposite him, a group of people acts arrogantly, ordering, "Hand over the fire dragon grass to me. I'll let you die quickly and with less pain." Lin Han questions, "Who are you people? You open your mouth and demand my things on what basis?" The opponent replies, "Just because I am a member of the Magic Association. Unlike a piece of trash like you, my future is infinitely bright." This person is Lei Dong, level 18. Thunder Mage, a member of the Magic Association. Lin Han has heard of them. The Magic Association. He's heard this organization. Recruits people who have awakened various professions, frequently collects protection money from civilians. It's called an association, but in reality it's just a toxic gang. Just famous in this region, that's all. Lei Dong continues his threats. "If you're sensible, hand over the fire dragon grass and I'll spare you." The lackey Tian Huo speaks up from behind. "Boss, wait, look. The girl's behind that brat." The two girls with hot figures and beautiful looks have caught their attention. He says excitedly, "They're top tier. I've changed my mind. Hand over your girls too so the brothers can have some fun." Lin Han looks on with disdain. As expected, just trash. No manners. How can trash be allowed out in public? They must be thoroughly eradicated to protect the environment. Lei Dong, not yet knowing who he's messed with, says, "Brat, what nonsense are you spouting? If he's not sensible, then chop off his limbs and throw him into the fire lizard pack." The lackeys obey. "Yes, Tian Huo," and the lackeys rush forward. "Kid Boss Lei, robbing your women is doing you a favor." "That's right. You dare to resist, then it won't just be as simple as losing hands and feet." Lin Han stands calmly and firmly. Ai and Tiangu step up for him. "You dare harm Master. You're asking for death." When the whole bunch of lackeys is beaten back to where they came from, Lei Dong is stunned. "What the?" He is tense, his face darkening as he thinks, "Why are these two so strong?" He puts on a dangerous expression and speaks, "Let me introduce myself. I am a level 20 beast tamer scholar, and these two ladies are my beasts. They are ancient, fierce beasts tearing you apart. It is as easy as pie." Lei Dong is terrified, thinking beast humanoid form. Can they even play like that? "I heard beasts don't easily leave their master's side. Maybe I should find a way to injure this brat badly, then try to escape." He gathers lightning to strike at Lin Han. A single punch from Tiangu blocks this attack. "With me here, don't even think about touching the master," following that Ai rushes at Lei Dong. In a flash, her fist lands enough to make this guy spit blood. "You dare touch the master!" Ai beat him to death. She doesn't stop there. She hits him with a barrage of kicks. "Beat you to death, you bastard!" Lin Han has to intervene. "Ai, don't kill him. I still have a use for him. The whole group is tied up." Lei Dong still talks tough. "What are you planning to do to me? I advise you to release me immediately. If you dare harm me, the Magic Association won't let you off." He acts harmless. "There's no grudge between us, is there? Why would I harm you? Besides, I have a mission that needs your help." Seeing Lin Han's expression change, he trembles in fear. What do you want to do?" A shrill scream rings out, attracting the attention of the fire lizards. The whole group is hung up high. They, "Foam! So thou they say," yell at the top of their lungs. "Save me!" Tiangu holds the rope, lowering them toward the fire lizards, scolding, "Did you not eat? Scream louder," they beg. "Please have mercy. Don't let go, we were wrong. We were really wrong, please spare us." The rope continues to lower them deep down. The group scrambles, terrified of being caught by the fire lizards. Lin Han truly praises her. "Tiangu, keeping this height is actually pretty good, isn't it?" Ai is curious. "Master, what are you trying to do?" He replies, "Aren't we planning to deal with the fire lizards? If we want to fish, we need bait, right? Next, we need them to cause an even bigger commotion." The rope is released, and the whole group falls onto a rock in the middle of a lava sea. 2 fire lizards have climbed onto the rock. Lei Dong releases his supernatural ability to block them. "Don't come over here. Don't come over here." However, that attack is no more than a scratch to them. They don't even react. Tianhuo warns, "Boss Lei, your attack has no effect on them." Another lackey screams, "Save me, I don't want to die," just as the fire lizard lunges. They had no choice but to cry out for help. Lam Han scolded them, "You useless idiots." He told Tian Kok to protect them just enough so they wouldn't die yet. She obeyed, "Understood, Master." Tian Kok strike down and save that group. The lizards were paralyzed by the electricity. Lam Han was pleased. "Excellent, keep it up, 'cause even more chaos." Beneath, the lava ripples began to form, and then the lava surged up into a small mound. The level 28 Fire Lizard King had appeared. Lam Han cheered. "Caught a big one." At his command, Tian Kok struck her lightning, slamming into its massive back. Seeing the Fire Lizard King turn around, he directed, "Perfect, you've got its aggro. Draw the target over here." Tian Kok turned to leave. "Understood, Master." Not worried. "Master, what about those 4 scumbags?" Lam Han didn't care. "Forget about them. With their measly strength, they'll be dead in the lizard swarm soon enough anyway. Those guys were way too professional at killing and looting. You can tell they're habitual criminals. If the lizards don't kill them, I'll take them out myself, but focus on the mission first, we'll deal with them later." Not readied for battle. "Understood, Master." She unleashed her ultimate skill, the Berserk Strike, slamming her palm hard into the Lizard King's body. Lam Han encouraged her. "Nice, Nat, keep the pressure on, let's test its strength." She continued to kick the giant monster's head. He called out, "Tiankok, follow up. Don't give it a chance to breathe." She unleashed lightning onto its fresh wounds. "Understood, Master," Lam Han thought. Even though the Fire Lizard King is a higher level than us, with Anat and Tiankok working together, if they coordinate well, we can slowly take it down. Suddenly a deafening roar echoed, forcing him to cover his ears. What's happening? It roared again, blowing the two girls away. Then a massive fireball launched toward them. Lam Han shouted in panic, "Oh no! Anat, Tiankok, dodge! Tiankok used her own body to shield Anat from danger." Flames erupted violently. Both safely escaped to a clear area. Her legs buckled as she landed exhausted. Seeing Tiankok collapse, Lam Han rushed over. "Tiankok, are you okay?" Anat was also deeply concerned. His heart ached, looking at the bleeding wound on her shoulder. Tiankok and Anat are only level 20. That 8-level gap is really not easy to bridge. The mission is important, but if Tiankok or Anat get hurt here, it's a huge loss. Should we? She was still resilient. "Master, I can still continue. This must be very important to you, Master. We can't just give up. Besides, even if we retreat now, we'll still be chased by the Lizard King." Anat agreed. Tiankok is right. Plus the Master's business is Anat's business. I must help the Master fulfill his wish. Both charged back toward the Lizard King. "Don't worry, Master. We will definitely help you finish the mission." "That's right, Anat and Tiankok will give it our all." Lam Han was moved. I didn't expect that. Even though I cherish them, they are also thinking of me. Then I have to plan this battle carefully. I can't let them get hurt. The Fire Lizard King's body was too massive, and its defense was incredibly high. Anat and Tiankok couldn't deal effective damage. It's too hard to attack head-on. I have to change my thinking. He suddenly noticed a breakthrough point in this uneven battle. Lam Han looked toward the bleeding wound. That was the wound Anat had caused earlier. He yelled, "Anat, Tiankok, keep the fight going. Find an opening to widen the wound on the Lizard King's neck." They had their target. Even though they didn't know what the Master was planning, obeying him was never wrong. Seeing her punch the wound, Lam Han cheered. "Exactly. Anat, keep stacking damage and widening the wound. Tiankok, it's your turn to follow up." She understood, Master. Lightning spiraled into the wound. Out of the Lizard King. Its body fell into the lava sea below. As the thick smoke cleared, both girls waited expectantly. But when they saw the Lizard King rise up powerfully, they were slightly disappointed. "We've been fighting so long and it's still not very effective, huh?" Lam Han stepped in and interrupted. "That's not enough." He saw clearly that Anat and Tiankok were only causing superficial wounds. Lam Han dashed toward the opponent. He took the lead, but this would only work if they attacked together. Simultaneous copy. Lightning wings. Lightning Emperor's speed. Lam Han remembered his trump card. I can copy and use their skills. Copy skill. Heavenly Horned Ant Berserk. Copy skill. Heavenly Horned Ant Super Strength. Once he copied the Heavenly Horned Ant's Berserk Strike, he was confident he could deal real damage. Then using himself as bait to lead the lightning. Copy skill. Lightning Blast. Copy skill. Heavenly Horned. Ant-Iron Bone. Hey Fire Lizard. This is 1 billion volts. Lam Han stood firmly on its neck and threw a punch. This time you can just wait to become a pile of ash. Along with the passing of the Lizard Boss. The system updated. Awaken and defeat the fire. Lizard King complete. Reward 1,000 Beast Tamer points received successfully. Both girls were happy. "Thanks to you, Master, our levels have increased too." "That's great. Anat is really strong now." The notification screen displayed. "Congratulations on leveling up." Lam Han breathed a sigh of relief, looking at his blood-stained palms. Finally done. He smiled contentedly, his wings glowing. Lam Han, drained of energy, fell backward. Both girls rushed to catch him. "Master," he reassured them. No, I'm fine. Just used up too much energy. I'm a bit tired, that's all. Those scumbags from the Magic Association are probably struggling to hold on right now. The lizard swarm will be swarming them soon. Let's get out of here." They rested for the night before heading to the class advancement hall. The next morning at the hall, he read the notice on the crystal stone. Advancement mission complete. You have successfully achieved 3rd transition. Class 3rd transition. Elite Beast Tamer. 3rd transition successful. Unlocked talent skill. Hawkeye increases vision range and motion tracking. Hearing increases auditory limits. Name Lamhan. Class Elite Beast Tamer. TAM level 23rd promotion complete. Stat Strength 3,290. Agility 3,000. Spirit 2, 470. Constitution 2,000. Skills Beast Pact. Level 3. Space Beast. Language Level 3. Beast Summoning. Level 3. Malice Wave Level 2. Lightning Wings Level 2. Skill Copy Level 2. Curse Thorn Level 1. Are the stat points distributable? Whoa, that's amazing. Getting a 3rd promotion isn't easy, and you even awakened 2 more skills. This quest was totally worth it. A new 5-star quest has just been updated on the main notice board. A Whispers from the Ghost Ship. Completed. The crowd is in shock. Wait, I remember that 5-star quest just came out the day before yesterday. How could it possibly be finished in such a short amount of time? That's insane. Is that even a leveling speed humans are capable of? The receptionist, having seen it all before, just glances at the crowd. Like they've never seen anything like this in their lives before. After witnessing Lamb's monstrous leveling speed, I wouldn't even be surprised if the sun rose in the west. Lam Han turned and asked his 2 beasts, Anat and Theencock, "How much stronger did you 2 get?" Anat reported, Master. Anat feels like I've gotten so much stronger. My whole body is overflowing with energy, and my info has been updated. Theencock, Ancient 10 Fiends Race. Level 21. Strength 3, 640. Agility 3, 210. Spirit 2, 950. Constitution 400. Skills Berserk Level 20. Increases all base stats by 50%. Massive Strength Level 20. Increases Strength stat by 60%. Iron Bone. Level 10 increases Constitution stat by 20%. Theencock humbly shared, "The feeling after leveling up isn't bad." Lightning Emperor added, "Plus this level up helped me unlock a new combat form." Her power stats appeared Race Ancient 10 Fiends, Level 21, Strength 2,800, Agility 4, 280, Spirit 3, 420, Constitution 3, 100, Skills Lightning Storm, Level 10, Chaotic Lightning strikes within a 1 kilometer radius. Flash Step Level 10, increases agility by 40%. Lam Han sat in a corner in despair. They're definitely boosting Anat, and Theencock must be getting boosted. He quickly regained his composure. We're only 1 level apart, so why is there such a huge gap between our stats? But they are my beast companions. Of course, the stronger the better. Notification. Consume 1,000 beast points to enhance skills. Theencock Iron Bone. Level 20 increases Constitution stat by 40%. Lightning Emperor. Lightning Storm. Level 20. Chaotic Lightning strikes. Within a 2 kilometer radius. Lightning Emperor Flash. Step Level 20 increases agility by 50%. Beast points remaining 0. Lam Han hesitated. What about this 3rd promotion reward? There were so many rewards earlier, I didn't even get to see them all. These skills look pretty decent. I wonder which one to pick. System host has successfully reached 3rd promotion. Activate 3rd promotion rewards. A fusion. Can fuse with 1 or more beast companions to exponentially explode base power. B telepathy. Can communicate with beasts and simultaneously increase favorability with beasts and raise the success rate of signing contracts. C hidden sense. When enemies don't see you, you can completely conceal your presence. No time limit, he chose immediately. System use all remaining beast points to enhance Anat and Theencock's skills. The 2 were curious. Master, what is this? Becoming one with the host. That's definitely going to be an amazing experience. Host choose fusion. This is so cool. Lam Han confidently assumed that if he could add Theencock's strength and Lightning Emperor's agility, it would be much stronger than just copying skills. If I choose fusion in the future when I meet those beasts, like the Fire King, I won't be so powerless anymore. He spoke up. Are you 2 serious about this? Besides, when I hit the 4th promotion, other skills will appear anyway. For now, let's just pick one simple but strong skill." The two rejoiced. "Master is the best, thank you, Master." Lam Han was eager. Lam Han was. "Now that we've chosen the skill, we have to find a chance to test it out right away," Tien Kok noticed. "Master, it seems there's a new quest." He was surprised reading the info. That fast. Host has completed 3rd promotion Elite Beast. Quest activated, sign a 3rd Beast Companion. Quest reward 1,500 Beast Points. Lam Han was interested in this reward. Sign a 3rd Beast. Reward 1,500 Beast Points. Successfully signing a 3rd Beast will grant 1,500 Beast Points. A gnat was tearing up. A quest like this could be said to be guaranteed profit with no loss. Tien Kok gently patted her head, comforting the crybaby. Even if Master signs a new beast, he won't abandon. "Ah, that's right." Tien Kok's smile turned cold. "Right, Master." He smiled awkwardly. "Of course. Our top priority now is to continue leveling up. After all, there's still one more thing that needs to be resolved." The two asked. "A big deal?" A few days later, the major advancement exam of Wuzhou High School No. 1. Principal Tu Kong stood before the stands announcing, "Students, today is the day the major academies come to recruit. At our high school No. 1. Lam Han stood in the crowd clapping. "I've been so busy leveling up these past few days, I almost forgot about the advancement exam. Lucky I remembered, otherwise Sister Bang would have really given it to me." Just then, a gnat screamed, making him freeze. "Master, a gnat doesn't want to be here." Inside the level 3 beast space, she cried out, "Master, where are you?" Tien Kok had to coax her. All right, don't cry, don't cry." Lam Han was very embarrassed. After all, today's event was somewhat serious, so having a gnat and Tien Kok appear wasn't very appropriate. But keeping them in the beast space, which was previously used for holding miscellaneous items, was truly a challenge for them. Tu Kong stood above excitedly announcing, "Let's give a warm round of applause to welcome the leaders of the universities attending today. I would like to introduce the Director Lai Dogyot of the Northern Heaven Academy, Director Lu Thien Hat of the Sacred Heaven Academy." Thien Qiu was excited seeing them. Directors of the 2 biggest academies in the Dragon Empire. Director Li Dogyat from the Bacthian Academy and Director Lu Thien Hat from the Thanthan Academy were thrilled to see them, the directors of the 2 largest academies in the Long Empire. Even those 2 academies barely accept anyone each year, let alone a small place like ours. "Shaolin, are you really thinking about applying to Qingsheng or Beitianlin Han? Compared to those 2 academies, I'm more interested in knowing who that representative is." "Which academy are they from?" The principal has introduced this person as the one in charge of the military academy, Ye Tai Ching. Let's give them a warm round of applause to welcome them, Tai Ching. Some words of greeting. "Hello, students. The military academy holds a position even higher than Qingsheng and Beitian. These are the true elite powerhouses. Shaolin Yu, what level are you at now? Have you signed a contract with any beast yet? What level are you and which beast have you bonded with?" "I've reached level 15. If we have the chance later, let's go out and have a blast together." Lin Han agrees. "Sure sounds good. Fatty Long, you've gotten a lot stronger lately, haven't you?" He doesn't dare to take the credit. "You think you can compare to him? Didn't you say just a few days ago that you were preparing for your 3rd breakthrough?" Some annoying guy in the back interrupts, boasting without a hint of shame. It's Feng Yong. "A 3rd breakthrough? Only a simple-minded idiot like Long Tianjie would believe your lies, Lin Han. If your strength isn't up to par, just admit it. No need to shamelessly make things up." He's getting angry on Feng Yong's behalf. "Why are you everywhere? If you want to make a move, I won't stop you." Lin Han holds his friend back. "So it's young Master Feng Yong. I didn't expect to run into you here." Lin Han gives a reminder. "Regarding that bet we made, you still haven't paid back the 100,000 heavenly dragon coins you owe me. Since we're here, why don't we settle the debt right now?" He points right at his face and scolds, "Lin Han, don't get cocky. You're definitely no match for me today." Lin Han asks calmly, "Is that so?" His voice drops low. "I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you then. I won't be on the sidelines." The announcement says the promotion exam is officially beginning. This exam is divided into 2 parts. level assessment, and practical combat drill. The first round, the level assessment, won't represent your final score, but it will help everyone understand their own strength and that of their peers better. It's convenient for forming teams before entering the practical drill. As for the second round, the practical combat drill, it will focus on evaluating your adaptability on the battlefield and your ability to cooperate with your teammates. The top 3 teams will receive a special resource package approved by the Academy, along with priority selection rights. However, to avoid people who rely entirely on their teammates to get to the end through cheating, the academies will finally base admissions on 2 criteria: individual combat performance and a comprehensive evaluation score. Now I declare this promotion exam officially started. I hope you can all show your best performance and successfully enter the academy you desire. The level test officially begins. Please line up in class order. The testing orb can detect levels from 10 to 20, completely eliminating the possibility of cheating. Class 1, Dian Kun Poultry Farming Profession Level 10. Class 1, Tai Da, Blacksmith Profession Level 11. Bai Bing thinks worriedly. I wonder how Lin Han's beast preparation is going. This exam concerns his future after all. She's annoyed by how much attention she's paying to that guy. Who cares about him anyway? Even the void beast I worked so hard to catch, he didn't even want to accept it. He's got some nerve. Feng Yong interrupts. Teacher Bai, if you're going to play favorites, you should at least pick someone worth supporting. Lin Han this, Lin Han that. I really don't understand what's so special about that loser that you care so much. She is irritated. If you want to test, then hurry up. Go ahead and test. If you dare to say another word about my student, don't blame me for turning hostile. I don't know where he gets his confidence. Even without me saying anything, I'm several times stronger than Lin Han. Today I'll show you what it really means to have innate talent. The number shows up on the testing orb. Bai Bing annoyed announces, Class 4 Feng Yang Storm Elite Level 16. The students gasp. Just by stepping up, young Master Feng has already reached the highest level so far. It's unlikely anyone will be able to surpass him. With such an outstanding result, the admissions directors of the academies will surely fight over him. Feng Yang walks over, lifts his chin arrogantly. Lin Han, look closely at the gap between you and me. I am currently the strongest in the first middle school. You smile faintly. The strongest in the first middle school? Not necessarily. After all, your score has already been easily surpassed. He finally notices the situation behind him. This time it's Class 5 Ling Shui, Storm Master, Level 17. Others exclaim in admiration. No way, there's always a bigger fish. No wonder she's one of the 2 geniuses of the first middle school. I don't need to introduce her. You all know student Ling Wei is the pride of our school. Not only are her grades excellent, but her talent is also incredibly outstanding. The 2 teachers discuss. Her level and profession are both very good. As long as her combat thinking keeps up, it will be no problem for her to join our Beitian Academy. This student Ling is truly an excellent young sprout. Our Qingsheng Academy is in great need of such talents. Tai King mentions the matter of Principal Si Kong. We at Thon Thon are in desperate need of talents like them. Tai Thon brings up the matter regarding Dean Tukong. I heard that our school has a beastmaster named Lam Han, and along with his classmate Lan, they're called the twin prodigies of high school number 1. Is he here today? Please call him up. Next up, Lam Han from class 6. He immediately caught his eye. Lam Han, this was the kid who had broken the illusionary void realm record before. I wonder what kind of surprise he's going to pull off this time. Fong Dung scoffed. This diagnostic device will expose every single fake. Lam Han, I'm waiting to see how you're going to make a fool of yourself. Bok Bang was fuming at that attitude. I really need to beat this brat to a pulp, Lam Han reassured his sister figure. Bok Bang, the only way to deal with a clown like that is to slap him hard enough. Seeing he wasn't the least bit fazed, she calmed down and urged him on. Go on. He placed his hand on the crystal orb, thinking to himself, the headmaster said this orb can only measure power up to level 20. I've already reached the 3rd transition. I wonder what the result will be. The orb began measuring Lam Han's level, but there was absolutely no reaction. He froze. Is this amount of flickering normal? Bok Bang answered weakly. I've never seen this happen before. Suddenly cracks appeared on the surface of the orb, and shards flew toward Lam Han. Everyone was stunned. What the why did it explode? Thien Q gasped. What the hell just happened? Bok Bang asked, concerned. Lam Han, are you hurt? He replied. I'm fine. She was curious. Why did the device suddenly shatter? Is it expired? But it must have been checked before such a major exam. Lam Han didn't dare to speak up. It couldn't possibly be because my level is too high, right? That's not it, is it? Fong Dung seized the chance to sneer. It's because your power is so pathetic that even the device couldn't handle it. Lam Han, if it were me, I would have automatically withdrawn from the exam. Someone else chimed in. Exactly. Not only did he fail the test, but he also broke the only testing device. He's totally out of line. Lam Han was surprised to see this person. The headmaster said he would punish Tao Sung, yet he's still at school. His backing is that strong. Bok Bang seemed to read his mind. That's Tao Tuong Tao Sung's twin brother and a proctor for this major exam. Tao Tuong still holds a grudge about you reporting Tao Sung. You have to be careful. He reported to the school board. Headmaster department heads Lam Han damaged property and couldn't complete the level test. I recommend disqualifying him from the combat portion. Lam Han retorted. A proctor shouldn't bring personal grudges into the exam room. Tao Sung laughed. Lam Han, don't bother trying. Thien Not spoke up. A useless beastmaster like that. He is absolutely not worth wasting the department head's precious time. His level is so low it couldn't even be measured. Plus, being a beastmaster, even if he takes part in combat, it's meaningless. The others agreed. Without powerful resources, trying to nurture a beastmaster is just too hard. Tukong opened his mouth. Lam Han, you heard what the two department heads said, right? His expression was extremely serious. Fong Dung and Tao Tuong were delighted. He can't level up. Lam Han's career must be at an end. Tython interrupted. Shouldn't a person's strength be judged based on their actual combat performance? The level test is just for background information. The upcoming combat portion is the important part. You lot are doing this as by flipping everything upside down. Can you really pick out excellent talent that way? The two teachers didn't dare make things difficult anymore. Department head Deep is right, that was a wake-up call. We should really watch this student's performance in round 2. Who knows, there might be a surprise. He asked back. Headmaster Tukong, is there any problem with that arrangement? The headmaster didn't dare object. No problem at all. Thank you all for being willing to give Lam Han a chance. Lam Han really respected this guy. Department head Deep from the military academy. His character is really not bad. Bok Bang revealed. I heard he's always strict and fair. I didn't expect him to speak up for you. Little Han. This opportunity didn't come easily. Later you have to show them what you've got and make those who look down on you hang their heads in shame. He was startled by her encouragement. I know. Fong Dung still made a few sarcastic remarks. Lam Han, you really are lucky. But even if I let you participate in the combat round, so what? Trash. Will always be trash no matter where you put it. He laughed maliciously after saying that. Lam Han turned back to reply, Who do you think you are? Just because you got a little favor you think you're something special? Quit the yapping. His face darkened and he gritted his teeth. I wouldn't mind taking care of you myself in the arena. He wasn't scared at all. If you've got the guts, then meet me in the combat arena. Fong Dung took the bet. You're on. When that time comes, you'll see exactly how I beat you. Tukong announced. Next will be the second round, the combat portion. Students may form teams freely with a maximum of 3 people per team. This exam will be broadcast live in its entirety. The school's department heads will monitor your every move. Thien Q, of course, chose Little Lamb too. Want to team up? I'll lead the way and help you break through the encirclement. Lam Han cupped his hands in a salute. Then I'll leave the support to you, big guy. The guy replied, Piece of cake, piece of cake. Hua Ting walked up blushing as she introduced herself to Lam Han. I'm Hua Ting from Class 3. Can I join your team? Thien Qiu teased from the side. Well, look at you, little lamb. You're quite the charmer. Even the class beauty from Class 3 is coming to find you. Lam Han, on the other hand, didn't really remember her. I don't have any impression of this Hua Ting at all. He was worried about the risks, forming a team blindly, the risk of the top-tier rankings, and even the danger of having his identity exposed. So Lam Han refused. "Sorry, classmate Hua. Our team is already full. You should find a better team than ours." Thien Q whispered, "Little Lamb, aren't 3 people already a full team? It's boring to do team battles without a girl, you know." He shot back. "When will you stop judging people by their looks?" Hua Ting pleaded. "Please no. In this whole field, there definitely isn't a stronger team than yours, Lam Han. I know that just a few days ago it was you who broke the record in the illusory void realm. Following you is my only chance to win the championship. Please give me a chance. Even though I'm only a level 15 elite knight, I promise I absolutely won't hold you back." Lam Han sized her up. She was straightforward and seemed quite sincere. She probably wouldn't play any tricks during combat. His buddy chimed in, "Little Lamb, she's already begging you like this, just say yes." Thien Q kept pestering him. "Little Lamb, little 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 Lamb." Finally, "Lamb." Han gave in. "Fine, I agree." Happy now. Hua Ting's eyes lit up. "That's wonderful." She handed the registration form to Bok Bang. "Sister Bang, this is our team's registration form." She read the information about the third person. "This is Hua Ting from Class 3. Lam Han explained. "Her profession fits our team composition pretty well, so we let her join." She replied, "I originally planned to recommend Lang Tuyet to be on your team. That way, the chances of winning the championship would be a bit higher. But that guy Fong Dung snatched her up first. No idea what kind of tall tales he spun to lure Lang Tuyet." Lam Han promised, "Sister Bang, don't worry, our team will definitely win the championship this time." Bok Bang backed away. Who cares about you? I'm just afraid that if you can't find teammates, you'll embarrass our Class 6. You said, exactly. No matter what. I can't let Teacher Bok lose face." She was still worried. You must be careful. If any unexpected situation happens." Bok Bang's hands clenched as she silently encouraged herself. She gathered her courage and hugged Lam Han. "Contact me immediately, don't force it with your teammates." At the teleportation gate, he waved. "Little Lamb, let's go," he replied. "Coming." In his heart, he silently listed each name. Sister Bang, Long the big guy, and Hua Ting. With so many people supporting me, it seems like in this combat simulation, I can't hide my true strength anymore. Inside the Flower Origin Forbidden area, the proctor announced, "Students, this combat simulation is divided into 3 zones, bronze, silver, and gold. The higher the level of the zone, the more points you get for eliminating beasts. Also, please take good care of the scoring bracelets issued by the school." Lam Han noted, "This is the location where the combat simulation will take place." The proctor continued, "This device can open announcement and chat channels, helping everyone track team rankings and call for help when in danger. Next, please choose the zone that fits your strength and try to accumulate points." Fong Dung's team rushed in to fight monsters. They were all small fry and posed no difficulty. The system updated. Fong Dung's team has eliminated 2 level 8 fire lizards. The team receives 80 points. As the lizards approached, Lang Tuyet snapped her fingers lightly. Ice appeared, freezing the whole pack solid. Then they were wiped out. Fong Dung's team has eliminated 4 level 8 fire lizards. The team receives 160 points. The footage inside the secret realm was being live-streamed outside. 2 teachers discussed, "This Lang Tuyet is quite impressive. Only 10 minutes into the exam and she's already climbed to the top. This kid has talent. And she teamed up with strong players too. I'm afraid their team will secure the championship soon." The team leaderboard appeared and Lam Han's was a perfect 0. Tao Tuong scoffed. "Other teams are racking up points, but Lam Han's team hasn't harvested anything. How embarrassing for first middle school." The 2 teachers added, "Lam Han is a beast tamer, right? This team, us really isn't worth expecting much from." Only Bok Bang believed, "These short-sighted people, the little hand's potential will definitely shock everyone." When the screen showed his team, a red warning appeared. The tracker issued an alert. You have arrived at the silver level training zone. In this area there are level 10 to 20 beasts. Thien Q exclaimed, "Damn little lamb, you actually brought us to the silver zone." Lam Han thought to himself, if Long, the big guy, just knew that where we started training was already the silver zone, his eyes might pop out of his head. Fong Dung sent a message to Lam Han. "Right now, little guy, I am the best in the school. You will never catch up to me. I've already killed all the monsters in the bronze zone. If you want points, go to the silver zone and die." He scoffed at him. How childish. Thien Q couldn't help but curse. What a dog! Living off a woman and then showing off to her. Hua Ting, you have no idea how disgusting this guy Fong Dung really is. She replied, "I've dealt with him before. He harassed me in the past, so I know exactly what kind of person he is." Just then, Lam Han received a new notification. The system chimed. "Congratulations, host, you have activated the hunting quest. Quest objective: hunt and kill 10 gold tier beasts. Current progress 0%. Quest reward 1,000 beast taming points." He was satisfied. This quest really knows what I want. Just in time, I wanted to use gold tier beasts to test the new skill I got from my third transition. Lam Han reassured his teammates. "Don't worry, even if they clean out the bronze zone, those beasts are no threat to us. Besides, the points are only a third of what you get from silver tier beasts anyway." Thien Q was worried. "But with our strength, can we really take down silver tier beasts? We might end up getting killed by the beasts instead." Hua Ting added, "Exactly. Furthermore, silver tier beasts have already developed pack instincts. Most of them travel in groups. If we run into one, the pressure will be immense." Lam Han instructed, "You two just need to run if you encounter any beasts. I'll be in charge of wiping them out. Once we've accumulated some points, we'll head to the gold tier training zone." Both of them froze. "Head to the gold zone. Are you sure? Gold tier beasts give the highest points. If we want to win the championship, how could we not know that they encountered their first beast, a level 18 silver tier rotting hyena?" Thien Q, who hadn't noticed it yet, said, "In theory, that's true. But that's not what I'm afraid of." Lam Han clenched his fist ready. He punched the hyena only to see a whole pack of hyenas swarming in behind it. He warned, "Lam 2, watch out." He took out the whole pack by himself. The system updated. Lam Han's team has successfully killed 5 level 18 rotting hyenas. Team score 450. The two teammates were still stunned, unable to believe it. A level 18 beast just like that. Lam 2, I actually hitched a ride on a major powerhouse. "Hey," Lam Han called out to them. "What are you two thinking about? Do you want to follow me to the gold tier zone?" He kept getting notifications. Successfully killed rotting hyena. Experience points plus 2,700. Both of them trusted him completely. "Yes, of course we're going." The broadcast warned, Lam Han's team Thien Q Hua Ting have entered the silver tier training zone. The teacher from the next class angrily scolded, "Teacher Bok, is your class crazy? Why would you send Hua Ting to the silver zone? If anything happens to my students, I won't forgive you." Bok Bang replied, "Teacher Lai, please calm down. Lam Han wouldn't do anything he isn't sure of." Tao Tuong sarcastically interjected, "I think he just knows he can't win the championship, so he's sending his teammates to their deaths. I didn't expect Lam Han's character Kisei to be this shameless." She reminded Examiner Tao, "Teacher, why do you keep belittling our school's students? Where is your professional ethics?" He retorted, "I'm just afraid that a few rotten apples will ruin the school's reputation, that's all. That silver zone isn't a place for rookies like them. If something happens, it'll be a massive problem." Tian Nan chimed in. It's a pity for his two teammates. They are clearly high-level professionals, but they're being dragged down by Lam Han. Dudat gasped in shock. No way. How did Lam Han's team score jump up so suddenly? The scoreboard displayed, Lam Han's team successfully killed 5 silver-tier rotting hyenas. Team score plus 450. Tython also noticed the news. Is that Lam Han? His team's score keeps rising. Teacher Lai exclaimed, "Oh my god, the score is going up again." Bok Bang asked a staff member, "Could you please turn the surveillance camera to Lam Han's team for me?" He agreed. "Certainly." The screen showed Anat in his ant armor attacking the beasts. while Thien Kok was flapping its wings in the air, raining down bolts of lightning. Teacher Lai admired. That's beautiful. Could those be Lam Han's beast companions? Dan Du evaluated. These two beasts don't look simple. Maybe this is student Lam Han's trump card. It seems they aren't as bad as Examiner Tao said. Tao Tuong was still stubborn to the end. So what if he has rare beasts? That doesn't mean Lam Han has the strength to run wild in the Silver Zone. There are tons of Silver Tier beasts. Just 2 beasts aren't enough to... Notification update. Lam Han's team successfully killed 3 level 15 Snow Spirit beasts. Team score plus 225. Lam Han's team successfully killed 6 level 12 Gale Wolves. Team score plus 360. Lam Han's team successfully killed 4 level 17 Snow Palace Panthers. Team score plus 340. Teacher Lai realized, those 2 beasts of Lam Han's are truly mobile point-gathering machines. They're sweeping the entire Silver Zone. Tao Tuong seethed. If they keep this up, his team might actually take first place. Bok Bang retorted. Well, do you still think Lam Han is leading Huating and the others to their deaths? She was embarrassed. No. Of course not. I was just joking with you, Teacher Bok. Don't take it seriously. Only now did Bok Bang understand. No wonder he didn't want to accept the Void Beast. It turns out he had an even better choice. Someone noticed their team's progress. They're already in the top 10. Wait, they're in the top 7 now. Lam Han was hardly inferior to his beasts, defeating a beast with a single punch. The system updated. Lam Han's team successfully eliminated. A level 19 lightning beast worth 95 team points. The other 2 just have to stand there and cheer. The team's rank has climbed all the way to 5th place. Incredible. Let me correct that we're actually in 3rd place now. You guys, the beasts in this area have already been wiped out. Let's find somewhere else to keep going. Thien Kia, questioning reality, asks, Little Lamb, are you actually a awakened one, just like us? Ling Tuyet's leveling speed was already outrageous enough, but you're even scarier than her, Hua Din adds. To be at the 2nd transformation realm and achieve this kind of performance, I doubt there's anyone else in this world who could pull that off. Lam Han replies, Who told you guys I was only at the 2nd transformation? Both of them gasp, blurting out in unison, Not the 2nd transformation. Don't tell us you've already reached the 3rd. She reaches out to ruffle Lam Han's hair. Little Lamb, how long has it even been? You've already hit the 3rd transformation. Are you hacking or something? He swats his friend's hand away. Just talk, don't get touchy. Lam Han leads the team forward. The Silver Tier area isn't enough to satisfy us anymore. Let's go, I'll lead the way. Everyone, we're heading to the Gold Tier area. Thien Q replies. Whatever you say, Boss Lam. This time we're definitely riding your coattails to victory. Their actions alarm Ms. Lai. What, he actually wants to go to the Gold Tier area to grind levels? Bok Bang starts to worry. This is too dangerous. Can Little Han really handle it? Tao Tu takes the chance to mock him, overestimating himself. Does he really think that just because he could take down some beasts in the Silver Tier area, he's invincible now? She coldly retorts, Examiner Tao, how can you be so clueless? Can't you see that the strength of Lam Han's 2 beasts can crush even ordinary Gold Tier beasts instead of sitting here being sarcastic? You'd be better off trusting your students. That's what a qualified teacher should do. He pulls a phone from his pocket. If it weren't for that guy Lam Han, my brother wouldn't have gone to prison. No matter what, I have to take him down. Looks like it's time to team up with Fong Dung. At the border of the Bronze and Silver leveling zones, beast corpses litter the ground. Fong Dung proudly says, At this rate, our score will skyrocket. That loser Lam Han won't be able to catch up even if he rides a horse to chase us. Suddenly, he receives a message from Tao Tu. It says Lam Han is currently in 2nd place and seems to be heading for the Gold Zone. Hurry up and grind more points, enter the Gold Tier area if you have to. Ling Tuyet speaks up regarding the distribution of beasts in the Silver Tier area. Let's just kill the monsters here. Don't go any deeper. If we provoke the Silver Tier beasts, it'll be a huge headache. She finishes, but suddenly, where did he go? She looks around, alert. Is there a beast coming through here? Fong Dung drags back a level 20 beast, a monkey ape. Ling Tuyet, hurry. Let's team up and kill it. He thinks triumphantly. Lucky that Examiner Tao gave me the beast locations. If I can take down this monkey ape, I'll definitely win this. Fong Dung's eyes widen as the monkey ape lunges at him. Damn it, how is it so fast? A dirt mound in the distance becomes coated in frost. Cold ice flowers pierce the ape's chest, freezing its muscles under a thick layer of ice. Ling Tuyet scolds him. Didn't I tell you not to provoke a silver tier beast? Fong Dung warns. Enough with the complaining. Just help me kill it first. If we work together the master-grade storm weapon that the Tao and Fong families promised you, I will still be yours. She regrets it. I've been dragged into a mess by Fong Dung this time. If I had known, I should have just followed his team from the start. The ape violently shatters the ice on its chest. Another wave of ice flowers strikes it, but they crumble upon contact against the ape's skin, which was as solid as steel walls. She is shocked. What the? It didn't even care about my attack. The ape swings a massive palm at her. It prepares to leap down toward where Ling Tuyet is standing. She is sweating bullets, squeezing her eyes shut, but Anat stabs it and it coughs up blood. Not feeling the pain she expected, Ling Tuyet opens her eyes wide. Hearing footsteps behind her, she is surprised. Lam Han Yu, why is it you guys? Anat fiercely attacks the ape's body while Thien Kok above rains down lightning bolts enveloping the creature in a massive electrical current. Blood sprays from the ape's back. Ling Tuyet thinks in horror. A level 20 monkey ape just killed that easily. Lam Han's beasts are actually this strong. Lam Han asks coldly. What's wrong with you two? With just this little bit of strength, you dare to provoke a level 20 beast? Who gave you the guts to do that? Fong Dung was standing right there, and Lam Han thought to himself, I felt a malicious aura earlier, and thought some poor soul was being attacked by a beast, but it was him. If I'd known Fong Dung was here, I would have stepped in sooner. Fong Dung touched the puddle of blood beneath the demon ape, his face darkening with a cold hum. He lunged forward, grabbed Lam Han by the collar and roared, Lam Han, who gave you permission to strike? How dare you steal my kill? I'll never forgive you. Fong Dung's hand tightened on his shirt, but Lang Tuyet stepped in to stop this unhinged behavior. Fong Dung did that demon ape beat the brains out of you. If Lam Han hadn't saved us just now, you'd have been smashed into a pulp, Fong Dung retorted. Saved us my foot, I think he was just trying to steal points. As if the two of us geniuses couldn't handle one single demon ape. She struck him hard across the face. He clutched his cheek in disbelief, asking, Lang Tuyet, how dare you hit me? She replied, Why wouldn't I? Let me make this clear. Our deal was, if I help you win first place, your family gives me a level 20 exclusive piece of gear. We are just business partners. You are not worthy of us. If you keep acting this delusional, you're only going to end up hurting yourself. Fong Dung was left speechless. Lang Tuyet and Lam Han turned to leave. What a pathetic scene, Lam Han thought. I don't have time to waste on you people. My team is still waiting for me. Fong Dung gave a cold, sinister laugh. Lam Han, oh Lam Han, enjoy your arrogance while it lasts. Once we enter the gold zone, you can slowly savor the grand gift I've prepared for you. At the gold tier training zone, Border Thien Q was worried. Lam Tu, why have you been gone so long? You should have been back by now. He called out to Hua Din, is everyone okay? Seeing him return, she was overcome with emotion. Lam Tu? Lam? Brother Lam? Where on earth did you go? This is the gold training zone. A beast could pop out at any moment. And eat us alive. No sooner had she finished speaking than the sound of approaching footsteps echoed. A level 28 Netherwolf was right behind them, just as he was trying to calm them down. Relax, didn't I just get back? Lam Han instantly sensed the danger. He threw a punch straight at the Netherwolf, sending its body flying backward, unable to retaliate. The system pinged, successfully killed Netherwolf. Experience points plus 2,136. Quest updated, kill 10 gold tier beasts, 1 out of 10. Two teammates shouted, It's a Netherwolf, a level 28 beast. I remember that Nether wolves are pack animals. Lam Han confirmed. You're right, we've been surrounded by a whole pack. Tien Kyo felt a surge of despair. A whole swarm of level 28 beasts. We're doomed. Lam Han smiled to himself. Fortunately, he had already hunted so many beasts earlier, and both Anat and Thien Kok had leveled up, so to them this swarm was just a warm-up exercise. Lam Han commanded, Anat, Thien Kok, don't hold back. Turn them all into experience points within 10 minutes. Anat activated Berserk. Time to play. Let's crush them. She chirped excitedly. Understood. Anat will help Master beat up the big puppies. With their onslaught, the experience points kept rolling in. Successfully killed Netherwolf. Experience points plus 2,136. Congratulations to the host for reaching level 26. All stats increased. Receive 200 free stat points to distribute. Kien Thien Jiak, Race Ancient Beast. Level 26. Strength, 6,230. Agility, 5,120. Spirit, 5,130. Constitution, 7,000. Skill Berserk level 20. Increases all base stats by 50%. Giant Strength level 20. Increases strength stat by 60%. Iron Bones level 20. Increases Constitution stat by 40%. Loi Day, Race Ancient Beast. Level 26. Strength 5,540. Agility 7,520. Spirit 6,020. Constitution 5,011. Skill Thunder. Path level 20. Random lightning strikes within a 2-kilometer radius. Quick Dash level 20. Increases agility by 50%. Successfully killed Netherwolf. Experience points plus 2,136. Congratulations to the host for reaching level 27. All stats increased. Received 200 free stat points to distribute. On the ground lay a pile of Netherwolf carcasses. System notification quest contents updated. Hunt 10 gold tier beasts completed. Quest reward 1,000 beast tamer points distributed. Identity Lam Han. Occupation Elite Beast Tamer 3rd Transformation. Hidden class. Level 27. Strength 4,760. Agility 4,470. Spirit 3,940. Constitution 3,740. Skills Spirit Pact. Level 3. Beast Tamer. Space level 3. Summon Beast level 3. Malice Sensing level 2. Lightning Wings level 2. Skill Copy level 2. Eagle Eye level 1. Eavesdrop level 1. Fusion level 1. Poisonous Stinger level 1. Lam Han noticed something strange. Being able to kill so many beasts and level up like this is great. But I just entered the gold training zone. Why did I run into a pack of netherwolves so early? This doesn't make much sense. System Display Host has used 1,400 free stat points to strengthen strength. Current strength, 6,160. Lam Han decided, I don't know what else is hiding ahead, so to be safe, I should keep increasing my strength. Anat happily rushed back to him to report the news. It lunged into Lam Han's chest, calling, Master, and boasting, Master, I beat that big puppy to death. Lam Han tipped backward. Anat, be good, get off me first. It sniffed around. This smells so good, I really want to tackle Master. Wait a second. Those bloodstains were Thien Kok, who scolded angrily. That little brat, I told you not to hog, Master. Lin Han, please calm down, you two. Both of you just take a breath. We still have more monsters to clear, Hua Ting said, trembling. Tianjiao brother Lin doesn't just have combat skills. He's even tamed a ferocious beast as a pet. This is nothing like what I thought a beast tamer would be like. Tianjiao tried to keep her cool. Just try to get used to it. You spoke up. That's right, you two have followed me all this way. Can't let you leave empty-handed. Here, take these 2 umber wolves. You two finish them off and grab the experience points for yourselves. The 2 of them looked at the wolf like seasoned hunters. All right. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lin Han. Lin Han urged them. All right. Hurry up and clean this up. We still need to keep hunting monsters. Tianjiao asked curiously. After killing so many beasts, I wonder what our ranking is now. When she saw the info, she was shocked. My God, when did we climb to first place? Hua Ting replied. Probably about half an hour ago. The 2 of them whispered. These points are insane. I wonder what the teachers will think when they see this. We got this score all thanks to Lin Han. Tianyi looked at him in a whole new light. This Lin Han, we want him at Qingsheng, a representative snapped. Another countered with visible contempt. You guys have no shame. Does Qing Sheng even have experience training beast tamers? Clearly he should come to our Beitian, the man questioned. So what if you Beitian have had strong beast tamers before? Does that make you special? Do you think you have more resources than us? Ha! He challenged them back. Beitian is simply stronger than Qing Sheng. If you're not convinced, let's duel. You're just embarrassing yourselves. Are Qing Sheng and Beitian really fighting over a student? And he's from our own school too. Bailing could barely believe it. My little Han, I never expected him to have such a bright future. The two teachers rolled up their sleeves. Let's fight it out. Whoever wins takes Lin Han. Bring it on, kid. Don't think you can play tricks. Suddenly, both of them froze and looked back. Tai Ching stepped forward and said, You two talking like that? I seem to have forgotten the most important person here. They exclaimed in unison. Director Ye, you're interested in Lin Han too. They all thought the same thing. Qing Sheng and Beitian might be the top academies in the empire, but they still can't compare to the military academy. He replied, Clearly I do admire Lin Han, but everyone has their own path. I believe that whichever academy Lin Han chooses should depend entirely on his own wishes. Now sit down and behave. Whatever you have to say, wait until Lin Han comes out first. Neither dared to act out anymore. Understood. I'm so moved I could cry. Not just Qing Sheng and Beitian. Even the military academy values a student from our school. Today is the day our school rises to the top. Bai Bing patted his shoulder to comfort him. Principal, calm down a bit. But little Han is truly outstanding. All his achievements today are things he deserves. Chaosong stood in the back, consumed by jealousy, thinking, why? Why does Lin Han suddenly have this kind of strength? Wasn't he just a useless loser? Feng Yong, for the love of God, show some spirit. Kill Lin Han for me. Feng Yong, at the Silver Grade training zone on the border, saw the rankings and his blood boiled. Lin Han's team is in first place. How could that loser ever surpass me? He called out to Ling Shui. Let's go. We still have a chance. We must close the gap and take first place back from Lin Han. She scoffed. Take back first place. Are you daydreaming in broad daylight? Feng Yong shouted. Ling Shui, what's that supposed to mean? Don't you want that level 20 weapon? Ling Jue rejected him. Count me out of this. My stamina is almost completely drained. I have no strength left to keep fighting. If you're so capable, go get the points yourself. Feng Yong didn't dare. He muttered to himself. Damn it. Forget it anyway. Lin Han is bound to run into danger sooner or later. Let him be smug for a little longer. Not long after the trial ended, Sikong stood outside the space gate welcoming the students. Welcome back safely. This time Feng Yong and Ling Shui's team is currently ranked second. He praised them. Feng Yong and Ling Shui, you two worked very well together throughout the trip. Especially Ling Shui, your movements were skillful. You knew exactly when to seize the opportunity to finish off strong enemies. As for Feng Yong, your overall performance wasn't bad, just a bit too rash. Your hunger for achievements led you to provoke the Tonti demon ape. You two almost caused a disaster. Still, these two students are outstanding talents our school has put effort into cultivating. The two teachers only focused on him. Not bad at all. Where is student Lin Han? Why haven't we seen him come out yet? Feng Yong smirked. Lin Han. Before he left, I deliberately smeared Tonti demon ape blood on him. The blood of a demon ape attracts a massive swarm of monsters. He's probably already been torn to pieces by now, right? They are also outstanding talents that our school has gone all out to cultivate. The two teachers only had eyes for him, not the not-so-bad student Lam Han. Where is he? Why hasn't he shown up yet? Feng Deng gloated, thinking of Lam Han. Before this, I intentionally smeared the blood of a Thong Thi demon ape on him. That blood attracts a massive number of monsters. He's probably been torn to shreds by a pack of beasts by now, right? When he heard someone say that Lam Han's group had made it out, he spun around in a panic. The team leaderboard updated Lam Han Long Tian Q Hua Din. Their current points. First place. Tian Q exclaimed. No way, I can't believe it. We actually took first place. He gasped, his jaw hitting the floor. Lam Han? He didn't die. That's impossible. This can't be happening. Weren't they supposed to be in the gold tier training zone? How? They're still alive. Did that trap not work? People rushed forward immediately. Student Lam Han. Student Lam Han. Our Than Than Academy wants to invite you to join us. I can personally guarantee you the highest scholarships and top-tier resources. Student Lam Han, just join our Back Thean Academy, and we'll cover the entire cost of your spirit beast summoning contract. Please reconsider. Lam Han froze. Whoa, these two academy directors are way too aggressive. The two kept bickering. Hey Lam Han, pick our Than Than Academy. No. Our Back Thean is your best choice. The three of them sighed in unison, thinking, are these really the teachers from Back Thean and Than Than? They're acting like a couple of scammers who didn't get what they wanted. So they're resorting to cheap tricks and lies. Tai Than stepped forward and said, both of you let the boy choose which academy he wants. Let's put that aside for now. Can I have a quick word with him? Student Lam Han, would you mind revealing your current rank? If I'm not mistaken, you've already reached the third transformation, right? This news shocked everyone present. They couldn't wrap their heads around it. Third transformation. The two teachers stammered. If that's true, we've really struck gold. Ms. Lai grabbed her colleague's shoulder. Ms. Bach, you knew Lam Han was at the third transformation, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me sooner? If I'd known how strong he was, I wouldn't have been so stressed out. Bok Bang smiled on the outside, but was fuming on the inside. If I say I didn't know, would you even believe me? You little brat, you even kept this from me. I'll deal with you later. Fong Dung gritted his teeth. Third transformation. How can Lam Han be at the third transformation? He's clearly worse than me. Third transformation. It's impossible. He's clearly worse than me, he shouted. He cheated, Lam. Han definitely cheated. He only awakened a few days ago. How could he be at the third transformation, teachers? You can't let him trick you. Both of them glared at him, almost forgetting he existed. Then they looked at each other, sharing the same thought. Tai Than gestured for him to speak. It seemed the lead judge had also noticed Fong Dung, trying to sabotage him behind his back, and was now giving him a chance to expose the guy. If that's the case, I won't waste this opportunity. Lam Han looked at him. Fong Dung, I wasn't even going to start anything with you, but you just had to jump out first. Go ahead and take a good look at what level I've reached. Others gasped at his lightning-fast leveling speed. Level 27. My eyes aren't deceiving me, right? Lam Han used to be a total loser, but now he's reached such a high level. How long ago did he even awaken? Even Lang Tuyet hasn't reached level 20 yet. How did he hit level 27? Lam Han pointed at the bloodstain on his chest. Were you that sure I was going to die? Why would you do that? Was it because of that demon ape blood you deliberately smeared on me? He was sweating bullets from the tension. What are you talking about? I don't understand. Bok Bang stepped up, backing her student, and announced firmly, it's useless to try and deny it. Every one of your actions during the field exercise was recorded on camera. I believe everyone will know the truth once we watch the playback. Fong Dung suddenly curled his lips. He grinned, a stark contrast to his nervous appearance a moment ago. Lam Han became alert. Something's not right. This is weird. Fong Dung called out, Judge Tao, please open my surveillance device and show everyone so they can see clearly. Lam Han thought, since when did Fong Dung hand his device to Tao Tu? Oh no, this is bad. Tao Tu spoke up. Just now, when Fong Dung left the field, he handed his device to me. Unfortunately, his device was damaged during the combat. It can't play back the footage anymore. Bok Bang was furious and snatched it away. No way. Give it here, let me see. He smirked. You fools. How could I leave evidence of me sabotaging Lam Han behind? I already washed it off the moment I left the exercise area. The device is broken, so even if everyone knows I did it, they can't prove a thing. Just then, someone said, the surveillance device is broken. I've got a backup camera. Maybe we can check that. Tao Tu froze. What Tai Than had been prepared. To better evaluate each student's performance, the military had installed cameras in the areas beforehand. He turned on the projector. This was originally meant to ensure fair grading, but he hadn't expected it to serve as evidence. On the screen, they saw his dirty deed. Fong Dung is deliberately smearing the demon ape blood. Oh my God, He really did smear the demon ape blood on Lam Han, Tai Than analyzed clearly. The demon ape, while only a silver-tier beast, has blood that triggers aggressive reactions in high-level beasts. Your actions were clearly intended to attract gold-tier beasts and force Lam Han's team into a death trap. You should be grateful you're not my soldier, and that no major harm was done otherwise. Han Tosia. I would make your life a living hell for backstabbing your own teammates, and you would regret it for the rest of your life. Fong Dong couldn't deny it anymore. The judge scolded him. Fong Dong, I never expected you to do something so despicable, tarnishing the school's reputation. You don't deserve to be a student at our academy. Wait to be expelled, Lam Han reminded him. I never imagined you would do something so despicable, tarnishing the school's reputation. You don't deserve to be a student here. Just wait to be expelled, Lam Han reminded him. Dean Fong Dong is nothing more than a pawn. A student like him somehow finding out the properties of the demon blood just when the camera malfunctions. And your older brother Tao Sung has been opposing me time and time again. Isn't it a bit too coincidental that the camera malfunctioned while it was in your hands? I think you're the one pulling the strings in this game, aren't you? He brushed off the suspicion. That has nothing to do with me. I'm a judge. How could I do such a thing? Furthermore, a despicable person like Fong Dong. I'm ashamed to even be associated with him. He spilled everything, Tao Tuong Yu. You can't treat me like this. From the very beginning, all I wanted was the points for the demon beast. You were the one who sent me the message, telling me the effects of the demon blood, and told me to smear it on Lam Han Tao. Tuong kicked Fong Dong to shut him up. When did I ever do that? He fell backward, his face twisted in pain. Bok Lang picked up the phone that had fallen to the ground and started checking the sent messages. Bok Bang held up the evidence. Fong Dong was telling the truth. There really was a message from Tao Tuong on his phone. Tao Tuong rushed forward. That's a frame-up. Give me that phone. Tu Kong couldn't stand it anymore, Tao Tuong. I never expected you to be as despicable as your brother. He gestured. People like you deserve to be punished. Hand Tao Tuong over to the military for processing. Tai Than, carry out the penalty. You abused your power to seek personal gain and harm students. You have absolutely no morality as an educator. I guarantee that right now, you will face a punishment that you couldn't even imagine in your entire life. The two teachers behind them sneered. Serves him right. And as for that Fong Dong guy with his rotten character, my Thon Thon Academy will never admit him. My Bac Thien Academy also refuses to let Fong Dong and his family members enroll. I never thought Fong Dong and Tao Tuong would collude to pull such dirty tricks. Now, not only did they get slapped in the face, but their future is gone too. Fong Dong sat there stunned, muttering, It's over. It's all over. Only Lam Han knew that if it weren't for Anat being affected by the demon blood, he wouldn't have discovered Fong Dong's little trick so quickly. He started to reconsider. I didn't think Director Deep would spot it so easily. He really is a high-level manager of the military academy. If I could get into the military academy, that wouldn't be bad at all. He called Lam Han's name and he replied. Tai Thon had an offer. You performed excellently during the actual combat drills. The military academy welcomes you to join us at any time. But I'll say this first. The military academy cannot offer attractive terms. After you join, you will still face grueling training. Whether you join or not is up to you. You should consider it. For a moment. Two teachers from behind stepped forward to persuade him. Lam Han, don't rush to a conclusion. Why not think it over a bit more? That's right. The instructors at Bac Thien Academy are definitely the strongest in the Thien Long Empire. Lam Han replied, I will consider it very carefully. Tu Kong stroked his chin, thinking, this is the first time I've seen the two big academies and the military academy fighting over someone like this. After all, he is a student from my first high school, so I should support him a little. He announced, students, this competition is now concluded. Now let's begin the awards. The rankings are called out. Third place Du Hao Nam Dien Khon Nguyen Bak. Second place Fong Dung La Nguong Tuyet. First place Lam Han Long Thien Q. Hua Ding Lam Han. Based on your performance, these are your rewards: a villa in the city center, a high-level skill book called Heaven Piercing Fist, and A gold tier accessory necklace that can increase all stats by 20% for 3 minutes, but it can only be used 3 times. Lam Han gave a speech. Today I am able to receive such generous rewards. Thanks to the principal's training, thanks to the school's training, and I am even more grateful to Wuchao City. He thought happily. I didn't expect the first prize to include a whole villa. That's too extravagant. Wouldn't that mean I could cuddle with Ainhat and Theencock to sleep every day? Tukong advised. Save the thanks until you've made it in the future and come back to tell the school. Let Bok Bang take you to see the villa. A car drove him to the villa area, his new home. Bok Bang asked with concern, "Have you given any thought to which academy you'll choose?" Lam Han replied, "I'm not sure yet. I was just about to ask you." She analyzed. If you want a stable path forward, then Bak is definitely your best choice. But the military academy is a place that forges people. If you want to pursue greater heights later on, that's also a good choice. He thought to himself, if I didn't have the system going to Thanbak for resources would indeed be the best choice. But now that I have the system, especially the ancestral reversion ability, I'm more in need of battle experience to sharpen my skills rather than resources. Lam Han had made his choice. No more considering it. I'm picking the military academy. Bok Bang replied, You really do surprise people. If you ever need help at the military academy in the future, remember to find me. He thought. No matter how big the Bok family is, it's hard for them to reach into the military academy. Right? Is Sister Bang just trying not to put too much pressure on me? But I'm really not under that much pressure, with Ainat on my left and Theencock on my right. Where would the pressure come from? Imagining the two girls encouraging each other. Master, we will definitely serve you well. Lam Han quickly pushed those thoughts away. No, that's still a lot of pressure. The driver swerved sharply to one side and the car instantly changed direction. The sudden sharp turn made his body sway, unable to sit steady. Lam Han fell onto Bok Bang's lap. She suggested you must still be missing a beast companion, right? Do you have any targets yet? Let me help you catch one. He agreed. That would be great. Sister Bang, do you know anywhere with fairly strong fire attribute wild beasts? Bok Bang pondered. Let me think. In the neighboring Sunkai City, there is a flame forest. Inside, there is a platinum-level raging fire crane that is quite suitable for your current level. It could also become one of your combat assets when you join the military academy. Looking at your level, you're also about to reach the 4th turn. You can just use that dungeon to meet the 4th turn requirement. Hey kid, have you enjoyed being there enough yet? Lam Han sat up immediately. Enough. She blushed. Regardless, let's head to the flame forest now. The blazing forest is radiating intense scorching heat. Bok Bang leads the way, saying, I hope the intel is right. If we don't find a blazing bird here, I'll help you find one just as good. Let's focus on leveling up to prepare for the 4th class advancement first, Lam Han replies, adding, Thanks, Big Sis Bang. A pack of beasts roars at their presence, lumbering toward them. Bok Bang says confidently, If you're scared, just hide behind me. The fire lions charge. She unleashes razor-sharp ice shards that pierce straight through them. Shaken Lam Han asks, Big Sis, you're that strong. Against fire-type beasts, ice is supposed to be at a disadvantage, right? But she's completely suppressing their attribute, and she's left them on the verge of death with barely a scratch, as if she could take them out in a single hit. Lam Han thinks, unable to contain his curiosity. Big Sis Bang, just how strong are you? As the lions freeze solid, she urges, I'll tell you later. Hurry up and go collect your loot. Aren't you about to reach your 4th class advancement? This much EXP should be enough, right? He walks over to gather the spoils. Here we go. Leveling up like this is almost too easy, Lam Han thinks to himself. System update. You have reached level 28. All attributes increased by 210 points. You also received 240 free attribute points. You have reached level 29. All attributes increased by 210 points. You also received 250 free attribute points. Successfully defeated the Blazing Fox. Gained 2,258 experience points. You have reached level 30. All attributes increased by 300 points, and you received 300 points. Free attribute points. Successfully defeated the Blazing Fox. Gained 0 experience points. Note: you have reached the maximum limit for the 3rd class. You must accept the class advancement quest. Otherwise, you cannot break the limit. You cannot accumulate more experience before reaching the 4th class. Bak Bang asks expectantly, "Well, did you hit the level cap, Lam Han?" "Confirmed. I've hit the limit." She grabs his hand, pulling him forward, and says, "Then let's keep going." The location where the blazing bird appeared is just ahead in the center of the blazing forest. "There's a bird on the ancient tree," Bak Bang says. The intel was correct. The blazing bird really is here. Excited, he says, "All right, watch me handle this." Glowing wings sprout from Lam Han's back. He takes flight, heading toward the blazing bird. She stands below, surprised. When did this kid learn how to fly? Lam Han is eager, thinking, "It's time to show off my strength in front of Big Sis." He summons a gnat to fight. It closes in on the blazing bird in an instant, delivering a massive blow to the opponent's head, knocking the blazing bird to the ground. The ground shakes. Lam Han seizes the opportunity to sign the contract. The notification displays blazing bird subspecies, scarlet flame bird level 35. Strength, 2,966. Agility, 2,564. Spirit, 2,100. Constitution, 2,350. He's a little disappointed. The stats are so low despite the high level. It's way higher level than Ainhat, but the stats aren't even half of his. Looks like I'll have to rely on the ancestral reversion. Bak Bang praises him. "You've got real skills. Looks like I can leave with peace of mind." Lam Han is startled. "Are you leaving, Big Sis Bang? Is it because of work, or are you just heading out?" "I'm leaving Wuchao City in a few days. It might be a long time before we meet again. You'll have to walk the path ahead on your own. I believe in you. Your future definitely won't stop here." Bak Bang stops for a moment, turns back and warns, "I'll be waiting for you to come find me. By then you'd better surprise me." Lam Han promises, "I'll definitely be there." The car quickly drives away from the forest. "All right," he says, "time to begin the ancestral reversion." The blazing bird flaps its wings and takes off. Its new form begins to emerge. The system announces blazing bird ancestral reversion successful. Verdant Phoenix race. Ancient 10 Fiends. Level 35. Combat power 45,860. Agility 78,690. Spirit 74,520. Constitution 59,620. Skill Emperor Flame, level 10. Summons fire from the sky, burning a 1-kilometer radius. Surrounding Earth Vein, level 10. Shoots fire from 1 kilometer deep underground. The blazing bird nuzzles against Lam Han. Master Hug Hug. He thinks, another ancient 10 fiend. This is insane, let's go. Time to accept the class advancement quest. He returns to the familiar class advancement temple. The new quest appears. Tortoise Proliferation Quest difficulty, 3 to 5 stars. Quest objective, defeat 50 mud turtles. Improve the ecosystem at the Bitterwater Swamp. Quest location, Bitterwater Swamp. Lam Han sighs. Another 5-star quest. That's fine. I'm not who I used to be. The general board at the hall has updated. The quest difficulty 5 stars. The crowd is shocked. What the hell? Another 5-star quest just appeared. Is this world going crazy? Why? So many 5-star quests appearing all at once. Who knows, maybe all these 5-star quests were created by the same person. With his beast, he leaves the hall. Their extraordinary aura draws everyone's gaze. Lam Han declares, "Next stop." Their extraordinary presence caught everyone's attention. Lam Han exclaimed, "Next we have to go." After completing the 4th job advancement quest, I headed toward the Bitterwater Swamp. The place was shrouded in a gloomy, eerie atmosphere, and I watched as the water began to bubble. So this is the Bitterwater Swamp. Doesn't look like much. Doesn't seem all that dangerous either. Beneath the surface, snakes were swimming, and not just one, but several. They looked incredibly aggressive and ferocious. Lin Han gave the order, "Xiaozhen, handle those snakes for me." "As you command, Master. You won't be disappointed." Xiaozhen unleashed her firepower. "Get lost, you scum." The snakes in the water were incinerated by her undying flames. They squirmed in the raging inferno. I sat to the side, bored eating dinner. Why is it just snakes? I don't see a single turtle. Xiaozhen suddenly called out, "Master, I found them right over there." I gave her a thumbs up. "Good job, Xiaozhen. Let's not waste any more time. Let's move out." As the whole swamp sank into the dark, gloomy night, I saw a massive swarm of turtles underwater and got goosebumps. Good grief. Why are there so many turtles? My trypophobia is kicking in. But honestly, it's a good thing they're all gathered in one spot. Saves me the trouble of hunting them down. Yi Tengu, you two take care of those turtles. Both of them dove in. "Don't worry, Master, leave it to us," Xiaozhen asked, hopefully. "Master, what about me?" I replied, "Just stay by my side." This was the perfect chance for them to level up. AI engaged in close-quarters combat punching turtles by the dozens, while Tiangu hovered above, raining down lightning strikes that left them stiff and paralyzed. I relaxed, enjoying Xiaozhen's company. Man, it feels so good to just lie back and complete a quest without even lifting a finger. System update. Successfully eliminated 75 turtles. Quest progress 60%. Suddenly, the water erupted on the opposite side, and a level 49 Turtle King appeared. I was caught off guard. Whoa, it's that huge! I quickly regained my composure. An average person would have probably run for their lives upon seeing a level 49 Turtle King. But I'm different. I've got the system backing me up. System alert quest target. Defeat the Turtle King. Reward 1,500 beast taming points. I said confidently. If all three of my beasts attack at once, this is definitely a fight we can win. I ordered AI to use his brute strength, and he charged, punching the shell, causing cracks to appear. Tiangu unleashed a lightning blast down onto the Turtle King's body, and finally Xiaozhen delivered the finishing blow with a torrent of fire. The Turtle King thrashed about in the scorching flames. It was gasping on the verge of death as it fell into the water. I assessed the situation. Even after taking a full-force attack from all three of my beasts, it's still alive. It's a level 49 for a reason, but that's the end of it. I'll gladly accept that system reward. Just then, another monster bit into the Turtle King. I cursed. Damn, someone stole my kill. That was my 1,500 beast taming points. System alert, defeated the Turtle King. Quest failed. New quest, defeat the Blackwater Python King. Reward, 2,000 beast taming points. I shouted angrily, "You bastard! You dare steal my prey! I'll make you pay for this with interest." Perfect timing to test the system's level 1 fusion skill. I initiated the fusion first with AY's power, then Tiangu as the second, and finally Xiaozhen. Her body gradually became translucent. Fusion, combine their powers, obey my command. A silvery light washed over my face. I transformed into an armored beast, clad in solid, reinforced armor. I was the synthesis of all three powers, a combination of fire lightning and AY's raw strength. System update Lin Han, fusion state, race human, level 30. Strength 91,364. Agility 85,350. Spirit 90,800. Physique 83,000. I was stunned. These stats are insane. The Blackwater Python watched me cautiously as several level 39 Blackwater Pythons slithered toward me. AI warned, "Master, be careful." I was burning with confidence, certain I could handle them all. "Don't worry about it." Fire engulfed my entire arm, and waves of power like a meteor shower slammed into the pythons. System alert. Successfully eliminated Blackwater Pythons. Experience gain 0. Note, you have reached the maximum limit for the third transformation. You must accept a job advancement quest, otherwise you cannot break the limit. You will not be able to accumulate further experience until you reach the fourth transformation. I muttered, "The small fry are taken care of. Now it's your turn." The Python King hissed, trying to intimidate me. I combined my brute strength with wild imperial flames, and a massive surge of power rained down on the Python King. One punch from me tore its body apart. My beast-taming pet gasped, "Master is so cool!" I was surprised. It's still not dead. The fragments of the Python King started to shift. It transformed into a mutant monster. Detected special mutated beast. The King of the Bitterwater Swamp has revealed its true form. Level 49 Bitterwater Xuanwu. This immediately triggered the Central Bureau's alarm. Alert, alert, abnormal fluctuations detected in the Bitterwater Swamp dungeon. Suspected appearance of a rare beast Xuanwu. The receptionist was shocked. The Bitterwater Swamp. Isn't that the dungeon Master Lin is currently in? A rare beast? Is it really a Xuanwu? I was caught off guard. What's going on? Why did a Xuanwu suddenly pop up? My beast whispered. Master? I can sense that this trash in front of us isn't a true Xuanwu. It's just a type of mutant beast that combined itself to imitate one. I understood the situation. So that's how it is. How could it mutate and fuse into such a massive beast? She replied. I'm sorry, Master, I don't know the specifics, but please be careful. Just as the dark water Xuanwu suddenly lunged at Lin Han, he was shocked. What? You're completely infuriated, Lin Han. I originally intended to spare your life so I could take you back for research, and yet you have no honor attacking me from behind. With my system's help, do you really think I can't bind the 10 great fierce beasts? You're no match for me. Without a second thought, Lin Han rushed forward. Die Phoenix Flame Thunderblast. His fist, crackling with lightning, struck the Xuanwu, triggering a violent explosion. The entire marshland lit up from the fire. Lin Han waited to see the results of his strike. System update. You have defeated the Dark Water Xuanwu. Received Platinum Tier item Xuanwu Shield. Effect: when at the same level, it can reduce critical damage by 50%. When your level is suppressed, it can reduce critical damage by 80%, and it can improve the wearer's luck and lifespan to a certain extent. Lin Han was satisfied. Finally finished the mission. The rewards aren't bad at all. Now time to head to the Temple of Promotion, I suppose. His body began to show signs of exhaustion from overexertion. System reminder: due to the side effects of the fusion skill, you have entered a weakened state. This state will end in 3 hours. Lin Han understood. It seems combined skills still have their limitations. In the future, I can only use that as a trump card. Returning to his room to claim the mission reward, a notification popped up. Class promotion mission complete. You have successfully reached the 4th rank. 4th rank class Beast Taming Battle General successfully promoted. Unlocked class talent skill Stealth. Invisibility for 2 minutes. Does not mask aura. Cooldown 2 hours. Instant swap. Teleport within a 10-meter radius. Cooldown 30 minutes. Lin Han was amazed. That's a bit broken, isn't it? Stealth goes without saying, but invisibility is an ability many only dream of having. This could save my life at a critical moment. System update: Host has successfully reached the 4th rank. Triggering 4th rank system reward. Host can choose one of the following skills: a borrowed vision. Can share vision with a tamed beast. Duration 30 minutes. Cooldown 1 hour. B. Spiritual connection. Can communicate with beasts and increase favorability. Increases the success rate of signing contracts with fierce beasts. C. Sensory shield. While enemies cannot see you, you can completely mask your body and aura, preventing discovery by others, including fierce beasts. No cooldown. Lin Han analyzed it. Stealth is good, but it can't hide my aura. Sensory shield can complement my stealth ability perfectly. I choose Sensory shield. System update: skills successfully integrated. Current status: name Lin Han. Class 4th rank, Beast Taming Battle General, hidden class. Level 30. Strength 6,880. Agility 5,980. Spirit 4,660. Physique 4,460. Equipment: Xuanwu Shield Amplification Necklace. Skills: level 4. Living Creature Contract level 4. Beast Space level 4. Beast Summoning level 3. Malice Fluctuation level 3. Lightning Wings. Level 3 Skill Copy. Level 2. Eagle Eye level 2. Listen. Level 2. Fusion. Level 1. Poison Thorn. Level 1. Stealth level 1. Swap level 1. Sensory Shield. Heaven Reaching Fist. Not yet learned. He already had his next plan. It was time to report to the military academy. Lin Han teleported back to the campus, looking at the tiny AY. Standing on his shoulder, Xiaozhen and Tiangu's beast forms were too eye-catching, making them inconvenient to use in crowded places. Suddenly, someone behind him called out, "Lin Zi!" Lin Han was curious. "Long Zi Shuting, why are you two here?" she replied. "Lin Zi, didn't we agree last time that we'd attend the same academy?" Shuting added. "At that time, I said that so we'd be hanging out together from now on. Tianqiao affectionately threw an arm around his shoulder. I actually planned to surprise you once we got to the academy, but I never expected that we'd run into each other here. What a coincidence, Lin Han replied. That's great, let's stick together from now on. At a hotel in the city, he covered his ears, frustrated. I can't fall asleep. Stick together, my foot. Who knew this fatty would snore so loudly? I still have to go through the Wannan forest to report tomorrow. What am I supposed to do if I can't sleep tonight? The beasts had an idea. Master, don't worry. We have a way. All three girls closed their eyes, concentrating their energy, and then a layer of shielding appeared, making Lin Han happy. The energy of the beasts can actually create a soundproof enclosed space. You girls are so thoughtful, Xiaozhen glared at Tiangu. Move to the other side. I need to hug Master. Ai fought for a spot. Master, I want to too, he said comfortably. Don't rush, there's enough for everyone. Tiangu, get on the other side, I'm going first. They fought over the territory. No master belongs only to me. What did you say? Out of respect for Master, I'm reluctantly letting you have this turn, so don't push it. Oh, wanna try me? I'm not letting go of Master. The three started brawling. Take this. Today I'll discipline you on Master's behalf. Lin Han pulled all three into a hug. All right, you're all friends. Why are you acting like this? How about this each? 5 of you take turns hugging for 3 hours. Everyone is a family. You can't argue like this. They immediately quieted down. We'll listen to Master. The next day at the edge of the military academy, outside the Wannan forest, Tianqiao asked with concern, Shuting, how are you? Did you sleep well last night? She complained irritably. I don't know whose snoring that was last night, but it kept me up. She dodged the question and changed the subject. That reminds me, we still have to cross the Wannan forest to report to the military academy. Let's hurry up. The three didn't realize that someone was watching them from a high tree branch. Yantong reported through the communicator. Detected 3 freshmen. Entering Wannan forest. Get ready. The Huandao team is nearby and can strike at any moment. At that same moment, Lin Han received a system notification. Malice fluctuation has been triggered. He quickly pulled his 2 friends back. Right before their eyes, a bright flash of firepower erupted. A beast's foot with sharp claws stomped into the ground. It's a level 40 fire leopard, Lin Han announced. Prepare for battle. Both of them exclaimed, a level 40 beast. This is the outer perimeter of the military academy. I've heard rumors about the military academy before. They say all freshmen have to undergo an entrance exam, but I didn't think it was true. He quickly took the lead. You two protect yourselves. Leave the rest to me. The leopard began to shift its body. It used teleportation to lunge behind Lin Han. He was shocked by its tactics. Teleportation! Tianqiao cried out in worry as she saw it charge. Shuting, be careful! He activated swap and dashed in front of her. Lin Han looked at it with a cold smile. No, teleportation. Tianqiu panicked as she saw it lunging toward them. Huadin, look out! He activated position swap and rushed to stand in front of her. Lam Han gave a cold laugh as he watched it, saying, No, you think you're the only one who can teleport. Commander Anat used his raw strength, lunging into close combat with the Black Panther, sending his opponent crashing to the ground. A thick cloud of dust billowed up. Lam Han scoffed. Is this what they call an entrance exam? You're too weak, Huadin said, looking up in admiration. As expected of Brother Han, you helped us pass the military entrance exam so effortlessly. He replied, Well, obviously. Follow me and I guarantee you'll never regret it. A notification buzzed. Hostile activity detected. Large number of hostile units surrounding the host. Lam Han was shocked. What, don't tell me the exam isn't over yet. He hurriedly pushed Tianqiu behind him. Watch out! Lam Han's fingers snapped onto a needle in midair. He panicked and yelled, Oh my God, what kind of needle is this long? All three went on high alert. He warned, There's something wrong with this trial. You two be careful. Tianqiu speculated, Could there be an enemy nearby? Lam Han thought to himself, Hostile activity again, but I can't pinpoint their exact location. Could the enemy have the ability to hide their aura? Yendong was hiding in a corner watching in amazement. No way. He actually caught it with his bare hands. Must just be luck, right? If that wasn't luck, this freshman's skills are just terrifying. But compared to me, his techniques are still lacking. He started to leave his hiding spot. High up in the tree, Yendong dove down, unleashing a rain of needles. Try this on for size. The three were caught off guard down below, becoming targets for the needle storm. Lam Han quickly shouted, "Watch out!" He raised a shield to block them. It's easy to dodge a bullet, but hard to fend off hidden weapons. If things keep going like this, it's not going to end well. Tianqiu cursed. Damn it, is this really just a practice trial? The needle rain couldn't pierce his sturdy shield. Yendong, finding it interesting, kept launching needles at the fixed target. Oh, this is getting fun. But every single one was stopped dead by that shield. Lam Han breathed a sigh of relief. With the shield up, we're safe for now. You two stay here and draw his attention. I'll circle around the side. Both agreed. Got it. Brother Han, be careful. He glared at the thing with bitterness. That damn turtle shell is so tough. My hidden weapons can't even pierce it. His voice rang out in his ear. Why not try a little fire?